Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Honor of Kings International Championship 2023. You're enjoying us on day 4 of the knockout stage. I'm today's caster, Nora.
And I'm today's caster, Gika. Definitely, it's been a while. Definitely time flies. Day 1 to day 4, we witnessed so much action. I mean, 3 ultimate battles, and we might even see one today. So definitely, it has been a really great experience for everyone in the audience and also everyone online as well. Thank you for tuning us in.
And I feel like I do got that kind of sense we may see another ultimate battle today. Because it's going to be 2 most iconic teams play against each other in the lower bracket.
Yeah, talking about the lower bracket, I feel like definitely they're going to have their chances going into the championship. But lower bracket is another chance. Also, we're going to look at the recap here. What happened before is going to be that AG versus one team. So AG got the lead. Also, they defeated the Chongqing Wolves, so they're in the semifinals. That's going to be locking down. Also, Nanjing Hero as well, that defeating the KSG. Also, Nanjing Hero defeating the RW, made it this far. So the question is, who is going to be the match today? Who is going to be the winner that's going to go against KSG in the 26th of December, that match?
I mean, there's only few teams left right now, so it is going to be the do or die for both Weibo and also TTG. And we know that these 2 teams has performed so well in the previous matchups, but we know that the format's cruel, right? The esports environment is really cruel, so definitely today, whoever loses the game is going to say bye-bye to our knockout stage.
Yes, as we are diving into the players' data comparison, this is just a quick comparison between the 2 ADCs, which is going to be on the farms lane. We got the Weibo, Chaoxi, and Fen Xiao from TTG. Feeling like the figures a little bit more here on Fen Xiao's side. What do you think, Nora?
I feel like it's basically because TTG, they highlight their marksman a lot, and we know that they were in quite a easy team back into the group stage, right? They play against 3 teams from the wildcard team, so definitely the data are gonna be more beautiful than for Chaoxi's.
Yeah, I feel like definitely that stats is gonna be leaning towards Fen Xiao more. And also Chaoxi's, not to worry. I feel like he still have those high stats available. Hopefully these ADCs are gonna get ready. I'm pretty sure a lot of those AoE heroes gonna be rotated into that position, like Caffney, like Slims, or even Terry.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely both teams are quite marksman-oriented, no doubt. And I've seen, like, we are talking about best of 7 format, right? We mentioned about how limited it is for the hero pool in the current patch. So I would say whoever staying on the red side may just ban away at least 2 marksmen.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the trend so far. We've seen a lot of battle previously these days. We see a lot of marksmen already banned in the first phase. I mean, Prince Alani is okay. Butterfly, definitely no surprise there. And actually, gonna be the 2 shooters. It's gonna be definitely be Caffney and it's gonna be Slims because they're the priority bans. I mean, Terry, sometime we can let it go because that hero has a little bit lower winning percentage, but still it's gonna be a big threat. Definitely banning it away might be the best option for both teams.
And also we need to mention about the junglers, because we know that Buran he got the FMVP back into the summer season.
Oh, summer season, yes.
Yes, and also for Weibo, no doubt Lin Hen will be one of the cores. And I mean, like, Jin might be also a more permanent ban.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like definitely both sides know that they have that great high winning percentage. I mean, some of the winning percentage are pretty high, 100%. So it's going to be super nice to see if they ban away the players Jin or they ban away other heroes. And now we have the predictions. Here is going to be Andy's and also Isaac Peña's, also Tanger's prediction as well on the map. Seems like a lot of these casters are leaning towards a little bit towards Weibo, but look at Tanger leaning towards TTG more.
Yeah, and I can see 2 of our casters actually feel like it's going to be another ultimate battle.
Yeah, I feel like definitely, I'm feeling an ultimate battle as well because I just know that these 2 teams are not gonna quit. I mean, this is their last life. I mean, they don't have an extra life anymore in the top bracket. We're talking about the bottom bracket. You either get this game to win or you have to go home. So I feel like both teams have to do their best.
Yeah, and we can break it down a little bit to their starting lineup. Though we know that actually they have exactly the same lineup, but still need to bring it to you guys. And it will be Zimo, Linhen, Huazhen, Chaoxi, Xingyu for Beijing.WB.
Yeah, definitely. These teams are ready, and hopefully, after a break, they can get their mind together. I feel like they had that loss against, the Chongqing Wolves before, but I feel like they're already back online, hopefully getting ready for this match, because this is going to be the only shot going back towards that championship.
Yeah, and TTG is not easy to be taken down. As you can see, they're holding the same starting lineup who got the champion of the summer season. Xingqing, Puran, Zihuan, Fengxiao, and Fanfan.
Yeah, I feel like, they're a little bit ready, but in the meantime, let's go to our video.
Now it seems like it's time to come face to face with your fear. I'ma come out swinging when they open the gate. Go ahead, call passion, I'm calling it rage. I'm taking what's mine like I already own it. Watch but don't blink, going here's to the moment. Here's to the moment.
欢迎来到2023王者荣耀世界冠军杯 KIC 淘汰赛的现场。世冠淘汰赛首轮失利的两支 KPL 豪强相遇在淘汰赛败者组的首轮，是离开赛场还是继续征途，仍需比赛见分晓。有请第一支队伍北京微博。
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. Let's welcome Beijing.WB as they are walking inside the stadium right now, and the crowds are cheering. Everybody getting pumped up for the bottom bracket. Even though it's the bottom bracket, definitely they're going to try their best. As long as they win this game, they can actually fight them way back up. I mean, back into the finals.
Keep it safe, keep it calm, but still fight for it. As you can see, Weibo, they are really getting confident about this game. As you can see, right now sitting in the chairs, and they know it's going to be a tough game, but they will never be daunted.
That's right. On the other hand, is going to be Guangzhou.TTG welcoming them into the stage, and they've been through a long journey. I mean, with their summer championship in the KPL, definitely it's going to be a long time coming. That was pretty much a while ago, so definitely they need to prove themselves once again. With this KIC, they have to try their best. They have to show to the fans, to the audience, that they can win one of the KIC championship, and this is going to be their last chance. If they don't win this, they have to go home. So both teams have a lot on the line here.
They had a lot and they need to take it. As we know, last game actually TTG played against KIC. That was an uphill battle, and TTG made it to the 11th hole when they fell behind. But the only pity was that they can't win the uphill battle and just be descended to lower bracket. So it's going to be another chance, but it's going to be the last chance.
Definitely. It's going to be like an uphill battle on both sides, because both sides is going to be really tough. I mean, their average game, it only lasts pretty short, but the amount of game, it's going to be really, really important. It's going to be more. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, like, those games that they played is quite short games, quite quick games, especially TTG. And I would say there's one point that we need to mention. when we're casting these two teams, that is the stability, right?
Yes.
The stability matters a lot to both teams because we know that they are having those mechanics, they are ready for the teams, they have enough hero pools. The only thing is that can they execute it well in game?
That's right. Execution is going to be the crucial factor. I mean, a lot of the time, they're really good, but they need to stay stable. Like, you know, Nora say, stability goes a long way. If they keep this in the zone through the first game, throughout the entire game, then yes, ultimate battle or any battle, they're going to be doing really nicely. All it depending on their, you know, stability. As long they keep their power up, keep that momentum going, I feel like it's going to be a strong suit for them, for any team, for Beijing.WB, also for Guangzhou.TTG.
Definitely. Like, stable execution is what they need to play in game for those players. And there's another mission for both head coaches. And I really want to highlight it more because in the previous matchups, in the previous days, we already seen a lot of unusual heroes being flexed, being rotated to different positions. For example, take that Zhuangzi, right? As an example, could you imagine that Zhuangzi has already been played for 3 different roles? The jungler, the support, and even the clash laner.
Definitely, and not to be biased here, I mean, Zhuangzi on the top lane might be a little bit off. I feel like rotating it to the jungle at most. But definitely, you usually see this Zhuangzi play as a support. I mean, most of the time, it goes to a jungle. But, you know, you saw yesterday, it happens going to the top. I feel like using that Zhuangzi at the top might be a little bit difficult sometimes. So, yeah, running into these kind of situations is going to be another challenge for the coaches. As Nora mentioned, I feel like they have to take in consideration about the outcome, about the counter, picking the hero a little bit better and picking it according to your situation. Also, not to mention, it's going to be a little bit better if you pick the hero that's going to be suitable for the top laner or suitable for that particular player.
Exactly, and I mean, the lead thing that I'm worried about the coaching is about those uniqueness. Because who invented that Zhuangzi jungler? That was Beijing.WB.
Yes.
The first original Zhuangzi jungler was played by Linhen that time. And also, the very first game who played against Zhuangzi and make it effective, win out that Zhuangzi jungler was TTG by using that Ziya played as a support.
Yes.
So the uniqueness, and they definitely know the, you know, logic behind all of those heroes.
Yeah, I feel like those two teams are really innovative. Using Zhuangzi, you know, switching it into the support role, also flexing it into the jungle role as well. But they have to take in consideration that they know each other. I mean, they already know each other's tactics. They have been watching each other's game for a very long time, I hope, doing a lot of homework. So these two teams has a pretty good understanding of each other. So there might be some difference in today's match because the coaches probably ready for today's match and they know that they want to grab it. They need to come up with something different. I mean, I feel like Athena support definitely, I feel like that is going to be expired.
I mean, don't get me wrong,
yeah.
I like Athena, but I do prefer Athena to be sitting in that jungling position instead of being the support.
Yo, I feel you, Nora. A little bit on my side too. I agree totally with you. Using that as a proper jungle, I feel like it's going to be better. I mean, I feel like when Cat uses Athena first, in the group stage, it was good. It was okay. But now, I feel like everybody know how to counter it already.
Exactly.
It's already, like, the fish is already gone bad.
And actually, it's really easy to counter-attack that Athena support because you just need to strengthen up a little bit in the early game for your jungler. Just line up and around every entrance about your own jungler and guard it. Like after 4 or 5 minutes, you don't even need to worry about the Athena anymore.
Yeah, I feel like this composition of Athena support is kind of predictable. So what they need to do is not to be predictable, to be unpredictable.
And you know, speaking to that, I would say like TTG last time when they played against KSG, they brought out that Kunming. Be the mid laner.
I like that.
Right?
I like that.
And they even won out KSG by using that Kunming. This is the first and the only Kunming that has been used by Zihuan. And also for Weibo, I mean like Weibo, as we mentioned, they are the first team who invent that Zhuangzi jungler, right? And definitely today they are gonna bring in some different things out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to see some crazy stuff. I want to see Daji. I want to see more heroes that we've never seen before. But definitely, they're going to be really innovative, as I mentioned before, again and again. They keep on updating themselves. They keep on breaking their own ceiling. They need to go to the very, very beginning. I mean, very beginning, they're using this composition. Already predictable right now, so they need to do something unpredictable. Just like, TTG mentioned, just like Nora mentioned, which the co-main appears, which also worked really well. I mean, I saw Bright yesterday used by...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then it's going to be really, really cool because whoever thought that Bright would appear yesterday in that game?
Yeah, from AG, and he even got the triple kill by using the Bright.
Yeah, exactly. From the top of my head, I couldn't remember which hero is used by Jungi though. So definitely Bright is going to be one of the highlights, appearing for the first time. So as co-main. So I'm waiting to see some of these new heroes that we never seen before coming out today.
And the reason why we're putting those uniqueness, those surprising picks under the spotlight, because we know that these two teams are quite even, right? The power is quite even, the mechanics is quite even, but still, I want to say, since we're doing BO7, you can use those unique tricks once, right? Helping you to win out with those surprise. But at the same time, you still need to back on track. You still need to keep stable, right? Because you can use one trick a time, but you can't just rely on all of those unique heroes to bring you the victory home.
Definitely, one trick is all you need. I mean, it really depending on the situation. I mean, depending on the composition as well. I mean, composition do win 50% of the game, but you need to have uniqueness. Also, unpredictability. That's going to be, anticipating what your enemy is going to do and really throwing them off. With that Komi, you can really throw your enemies off. Like, whoa, like we never see that coming. Like, how are you going to pick Komi out of nowhere? Also, most of the time, it will throw your opponents off, and it might ruin their composition, might ruin their strategy against you. So I'm, judging from the matches I saw yesterday, we might see more new heroes today.
And I just can't wait to see it. Let's just go for game one. TTG on the blue side and Weibo on the red.
All right, here is going to be TTG on the blue, and they do have the first pick. You can see some of the AoE here are gone, but look at here. Slim is still available here. Will TTG grab it? Yes, they will grab it. But what about, Jin? What about the other heroes that they can't grab right now? Because they only have one pick in the first round, and there's going to be Weibo's turn to respond with 2 picks here.
Definitely signature hero, so why not? Hua Zhen is a great Mai player, and definitely Lin Hen is a great Jin player. The only FMVP skin from that Jin granted by KIC was given to Lin Hen.
Oh, look at the crowd showing the respect of this Jin, using his signature hero, the Jin, the Mirror Domain, the Mirror Girl, Mirror on the wall. Who is the best of them all? That's gonna be
the Mirror Blade.
Yeah, Mirror Blade. Even he has the FFVP skin. I mean, he has the signature on this hero inside the game.
And the skin.
Yeah, definitely.
That Lin Hen skin, because he won the championship of one of those KICs, and he was given by that Jin FMVP skin.
So definitely we're going to see some really crazy action. I'm telling you guys, game 1 is going to be a straight banger. I mean, they're playing a lot of strong cards here.
Yes.
I mean, look at Kai. Look at Mai. Look at Slim. Look at this Lin Hen with the Jin. Look at my Shinui. I mean, I would say, definitely it's going to be a little bit strong cards in the first match, because first match is going to be super crucial. That's why both sides are throwing like their best jungler cards. Also, throwing the AoE hero out on TTG side.
The tension is already here, right? The tension is already here, because the way that how they're using the drops is kind of saying, we just want to give up all of those tricks, those tactics. Let's just play it head to head, right? Bring out all of those signature heroes and let's just do it toe to toe.
That's right, toe to toe, head to head is all about mechanics. What's it gonna be? Here is going to be Xenio banning out. Good ban, by the way, because you do not have that Xenio supporting this Jin.
Yes.
It's going to be a really devastating combo for TTG if they're not careful about it. But here's going to be a really surprising pick. Annette. I haven't seen Annette getting banned out a lot, but I'm not sure what TTG is thinking right here. But look at this. Varus. I mean, Weibo used Varus before, so why not? They used Varus before, and it's going to have that winning percentage right here. Varus, and yeah, I feel like pretty good winning rate, so why not choosing Varus? Pretty tanky. It's kind of like Bai Chi, so yeah, absorbing a lot of damage for the whole team.
Oh, I'm seeing it, Milady, Milady.
Milady, that's gonna be the tank, the tower
Just
destroyer.
lock it, just lock it. Come
Oh,
on,
let's
yes,
go.
game on, Milady.
What?
You know, the thing that I really like this hero is in this specific patch, Milady is a great counter-attack towards mine. The reason is because mine need to rotate faster than the other side by ganking, right? By hiding the vision. But Milady just staying in the mid lane and then keep pushing, using those robots. And Milady is a great tower destroyer.
Yes, super crazy tower destroyer. Those robot minions is gonna destroy every single minion, every single tower in its path. Also, really nice vision control because you can send actually 2 robots in different directions. So those robots is gonna go down the river. You know, using those vision controls, I feel like TTG can really spot out this My Shinui in a lot of situations. So this My Shinui doesn't really have a place to hide. It's gonna be really better vision control. So knowing that where Maya is going to be, so they're going to have less chance to ambush TTG.
So actually the strategy is really clear right now. TTG is just trying to do the pushing strategy. And since Milady is really vulnerable and squishy by those HP bars, right, it's not that high, so Milady will just stay in the mid lane. And at the same time, Kai'Sa will constantly rotate to the mid, and so does the Slims. No one of the side lane will care about the laning anymore. Everyone, after cleaning up the mains of their own lane, they will just rotate to the mid, squeeze in, and take down the mid lane tower instantly.
Yeah. Also, I like Weibo's choice of the support because I feel like they use Shunbin's second skill to compensate for the lower rotational speed.
Yeah.
So in order to compensate for that, he needs to speed up using that second skill and really rotate the whole team. And hopefully that doesn't really slow down Weibo because TTG is going to be rotating a lot.
I totally agree with you. Like, first thing first, that was a really nice constellation pick for that Sun Bin, right? Bringing up, giving the movement boost into his enemies. But still, they can't go with a regular opening, I would say. If they just do it as a regular opening, they will lose control of their own lanes. So maybe I'm thinking about how about rotating Garo for the first wave into the mid lane.
Yeah, definitely. The opening blade is definitely going to be very important because I feel like if My Shinui stay in the mid against Milady, it is not going to be effective. He needs to go somewhere else. And I feel like Xiaoxi, he needs to rotate a lot and try to get more gold because this Garo definitely is going to be a late game hero. The scaling on this hero definitely is going to be really good, but it takes a lot of time to build up those items. Hopefully, he has gold available at the mid game, at the end game, in order to get that damage online here.
And I would say it's going to be a really interesting game because TTG taking out this Milady, and actually Huazhen mentioned about the Milady pick once in his own interview, you know. So definitely he also practiced the Milady, and I'm wondering what's going to happen in the mid.
Yes, Huazhen pretty much know everything about Milady already, so maybe, you know, even Weibo is going to use this strategy as well. So let's see, jump into our game number 1 of the day. It's going to be TTG on the blue, Weibo on the red.
The crowd's here, the Rumbo's on, and we know this is going to be do or die. Both teams, they had an amazing achievement throughout the year, but this time they're in the lower bracket, they need to see the chance.
That's right, it's going to be go hard or go home. It's going to be their last chance at the championship. Whoever wins continues through the lower brackets. Whoever loses, however, they have to go back home. So it's going to be a really crucial game for these two teams.
Oh, and you can see like it went so well on the top. Because Vera's solo against the main actually Zemo win the upper hand. He got a much healthier HP, which allowed this Veras to gain for those reverse rise and just accumulate about his goals a little bit more.
Yeah, this Zemo, like using this Veras, he's gonna be extra tanky. Like those passes gonna recover a lot of HPs. Recovery is gonna be really sustainable for Zemo. Definitely, he's gonna get the upper hand in the very beginning, but later on, I feel like the travel speed definitely gonna be a little bit better here on Chin. He's gonna really flank the backliner. As long as they have a really good vision control on Weibo, then they don't have to worry about Chin because Chin using this Mai, I mean, he can go anywhere, go inside and out, and even in those very narrow corners. I mean, he's gonna jump over the wall, appearing from nowhere.
Exactly. So actually we can divide this game into different phases. First, it will be TTG's priority, since they can clean up those minions faster. And when we're talking about the mid-game, Weibo will seek some teamfight out because they can do great versatile damage. And if they win one of those teamfights, they can just constantly let this Garo to farm up well.
That's right. As you can see here, not much is happening in the first 2 minutes. Weibo is still trying to farm in a very, very safe position. You can see that Garo going in, going out. He's moving his joystick, knowing the position of him, knowing getting those hits on those minions. He needs to get those last hits in order to gain more go. And the reason is for that player to move back and forth is not letting the other side hitting them. So not letting this Feng Xiao getting a free hit on. That's why you need to constantly move your joystick around, knowing that you can stay out of range, which meaning you're not going to get hit at all, saving a lot of HP in that laning phase.
Yeah, I mean, the position is really well designed. And also with that Sun Bin, they are actually blocking the Slims at the bottom. So there's no way for the Slims and Jiren to rotate to the mid. Even, on the contrary, it was Milady going
good
down.
hit by this Feng Xiao. Oh my god, the first kill that got to her. I mean, the arrow, the piercing damage. But what about the mid laner? Here's gonna be Buran using his ultimate to save himself.
This is the trade made by Weibo. As they can see, the bottom lane is under huge pressure, and they know that Kaiser will be in the mid and try to make off those minions. And that was in ambush on purpose.
Wow. Everything go ahead. So here's the red actually getting aggro, and this is gonna be Huajin stealing it away.
What?
Great job.
Wow! After this mod just gaining that red buff, it will kind of just shred down Slim's down.
Yeah. I feel like Slim kind of really sad. I feel like Slim almost got that red. However, during the last hit, this red buff, got aggro out, and getting the last hit, it was Huajin. So Huajin taking away that red buff definitely hurts TTG's laning phase a little bit. And also, I feel like it's pretty balanced. The go is pretty balanced. And the question is, 4 minutes, who is going to get this first Tyrant?
I feel like Weibo is kind of guaranteeing the river control, and 5 members already here, but Ming was absent from TTG, so TTG got numbers in deficit. Maybe they will step backward a little bit and gain more time for Ming after playing the top lane, and Ming can CP down.
Yeah, definitely. That 3-second teleportation power already having. And he's going to go down. But look at here. Feng Xiao is not in a really nice condition. TTG is going to start this dragon anyway.
I like it. I do like the preset made by TTG. But at the same time, Weibo is trying to make some trade happen. As you can see, Linhan already be in the blue buff side from TTG and grab away the blue ball.
Oh, look at here. Garo getting hit again.
Garo is really in danger right now. He can't take any of those versatile damage down by TTG. And right now, that is a little bit dangerous, to be honest.
Right here, Buran uses the ultimate, trying to make some move happening. And here's going to be Linhan coming down into the riverside, and they're going for the red of the TTG. And Buran is in trouble right now. He doesn't have, and use the smite to get the red back. Really nice steal here by Buran, taking the red buff back in their own jungle.
The detail was after Weibo spot out that Buran was not available with his ultimate, which means Kaiser was not that strong at that time. So they just made this plan, trying to do the red buff invasion, but Buran still used the smite to guard it.
Yeah, really quick reaction by this Buran from TTG. I mean, if I was me, I would just go back to base because I don't have the ultimate. And using the man, I mean, this Kaiser using that second skill to dash forward, the timing was really nice. Using the smite to grab his red at the last second. I mean, Linhan almost got it, but, not quite hit.
And I mean, it seems to be a really equalized game right now, since there's no kills happen and they go equal, even goes, right? But it's gonna be TTG who's in deficit, because they really need to organize a little bit more, trying to take the milling tower down.
Right here, the spear from Slims. And here's the ultimate chase, using that Howling Emblem, but nothing's going to be happening. And here's going to be first blood by the side of Mai taking it out, but getting trained for Xingyu. 1-for-1 trade, and here's gonna be Mai taking down this Kaiser. That's gonna be 2 kills for Beijing.WB.
So it is going to be a 1-2 trade. A support for the top duel from TTG, definitely worth it.
Yes.
And Weibo constantly, they never stop, right? Unstoppably, and just trying to get the rep up again.
That's right, and
No
they have a
smite
good
anymore.
chance.
Yeah, no smite anymore. See, the jungler is taking
Oh
down
my
and
God.
Raven's good getting in. It's a 1-1 trade.
Great trade. I mean, he already had the red. The damage is already done here by Beijing.WB. Trading 1 support for 1 top laner, for 1 jungler, and now trading their own jungler for their ADC.
And here's another gang. This is a 2-1 min. Use the flexibility and just escape away.
Yeah, great job. And also great rotation here. Xiaoxi and Xingyu went on the top side, so this Garo is going to continue to farm at a really fast pace. A lot of go here for this Garo already. 5k, and also he already had the Shadow Ripper. I'm feeling like Infinity Blade already packed up on this ADC.
And I mean, that is exactly the key factor. You see, Weibo made the trades twice, right? One for the top duel, one for the mid lane, but Garo never be denied from the map, right? So Xiaoxi is using the red buff and taking out all of those neutral resources.
Yes, this replay right here, Chin did a really nice job. Round them up, but still got taken out by this Xiaoxi. So yeah, great job on Mai, but however, they need to regroup and find a better trade. The trade right now definitely is going to be worth it here. TTG needs to figure out a way how to stop this Garo before he gets too strong on this Xiaoxi.
I really like what's going on right now, because you can see Lin Han just cut 1 waves off and gain the priority at the bottom lane. So it would be an easy take for them to take this bottom tower down. At the same time, it was just let the red buff side opening. And as you can see, Kaiser tried to get in and he was resurrected by the ulti from the Jiren. Lin Han dash in and tried to grab another kill. It's going to be a 0-2 trade, and Garo got the kill.
That's right, that is a 0 for 3 in favor of Beijing.WB. Beijing.WB going crazy, just wrecking their base. Here's come Mai with a 1-2 combo, but that's going to be 4 versus 1. He's on the run, and that's going to be another kill for Beijing.WB. 4 for 0 trade in the pants of Beijing.WB.
This is the decisive team fight made by Beijing.WB, because after this, they can just easily take down all of those outer tower, and at the same time, all of those epic monsters will be in hand of Beijing.WB.
That's right, situation has changed, ladies and gentlemen. You thought in the very beginning everything is equalizing, but look at that, it's Beijing.WB making the better trade, making the 4 kills for 0 trade, and right now they're grabbing another neutral objective. Definitely they have the upper hand right now, and also the river control.
I feel like something changed with Beijing.WB, because they are usually a slow team. You know, they usually play in a slow pace. And in the previous matchup, the game 1, game 2, they always lose game 1 or game 2, right? But check what they did in game 1 so far.
Yeah.
Everything is in control of Beijing.WB, because you know the detail was they always block TTG's members away from the mid laner, and it's gonna be another engagement.
Oh, right here, Kaiser used the ultimate right here, but they think they're not gonna go into the fight like, okay, wait a minute. They still have a lot more gold than us. TTG is thinking they need to regroup. They need to find a better position. Varus goes in, and look at this. Lin Han goes in with the ultimate, the Mirror Blade. He's gonna come back. The Thunder Rush clap. It's gonna recover a lot of HPs, taking away the red. But still, Wuran gets the red away from Weibo, saving their own buff.
The aim was clear from Beijing.WB. As you can see, everyone is stashing forward for that Fengxiao, for the Slims. But Fengxiao also responded in a swift way. He just flashed out. But the problem is it's not contested for TTG against Weibo in the current stage.
All right, Weibo try to go into the rush, try to get this attack going, but the Dragon trade is already done here. TTG not being hesitant. They know they want to make some trades happen, so they actually go for the Dragon instead of the tower. And they're working on the tower. They can't really defeat Beijing.WB in a team fight right now, so they need to regroup and wait for their farms, wait for their items to be made, and waiting for the goals to be equalized.
And here is going to be the key point of the rest of the game, that TTG, they constant of the loss of that Flames. not even once. Because as you can see, the Slims is getting the highest gold from TTG, right? He can't go down. If he goes down, Weibo can just clean out the game and everyone just dashing in for this kill. It's gonna be easy kill, right? KIC just vanished from all of those personal damage.
KIC, I'm telling you, he's a little bit clumsy right now. I mean, he's just moving around the battlefield like he's carrying a 1,000 heavy weights on his shoulder. I mean, once he gets slowed down by Beijing.WB, he just gone. Even with the extra life there, he was pretty much taken out easily by Beijing.WB. The burst damage, the wombo combo coming in from Beijing.WB, so coordinated. Now they're still punishing them in their own jungle right now, denying their resources. So TTG definitely is falling behind slowly, but sooner or later, time is going to be running out. Right here, a lot of these neutral objectives are grabbed by Weibo, so they better do something soon or else they're going to feel that suffocation is going to be coming in.
I feel like Weibo is really well arranged for game 1, because you can see like how focusing they are invading this red buff, because they know that Slims, Fengsha is definitely the core of TTG's composition, and after you deny the red buff from the Slims just gonna be weaker in the team fight, right? No slowdown, no extra damage, extra true damage can be dealt on Beijing.WB. The red buff means a lot to Slims.
Yeah, no red buff, meaning less extra damage, no true damage, and no slow on those basic attacks. And it's going to slow down TTG right here. They tried to get the red on from Weibo's side, which is a really smart side, because Weibo didn't really see that coming. Now, they're coming back. It's a little bit too late here, because the bottom tower are getting destroyed. So you basically trade one red buff for a high ground tower. I would say that is not a good trade right there.
I mean, you can see how well calculated it is for Beijing.WB. I mean, nice try by TTG, but the opposite jungle is too far away from your high ground tower. And since you're suffering the deficit of your lanes, there's no way for you to get back. We will just respond to you with the high ground tower. You want the rat, you take it. I'll get yours. And plus with another high ground tower at the bottom.
And look at here, Chaoshi feeling so comfortable. He just walk around the battlefield using that long range poke, you know, basic damage to deal so much damage to the front line, to the back lines of TTG. I mean, if this Chin goes in to make the trade, I wouldn't say it's not impossible, but it's going to be super risky. If Chin dives in, he might get taken out instantly.
Because we know that main is really squishy, and also we know that main can be on top when he's activating his skill 2. But the problem is there's too many soft control ability from Weibo side, right? There's no hard control, but a lot of soft control ability. The stun, the slow, so Ming is gonna suffer a lot. And here's a group hunt, as you can see, Mine just waiting for this and get the kill. Slims, the most crucial part of TTG, just fell down, and it's gonna be a totally big victory made by Beijing.WB. They are already heading to the crystal.
That's right, 3-man standing, but still, that is not going to be a problem for Beijing.WB to take down. Look at that TTG, Fan running away, using the Howling Emblem,
Where
running
you gonna go?
left to right. Where are you going to go?
Where
You
you
have
gonna
no
go?
damage. One support versus one assassin. Assassin gets the win. That's going to be 2 more man standing for TTG. Right now, I feel like Beijing.WB already at the doorstep. They're going to do their best to push down this tower and this crystal.
Weibo is keep pressing in. The ultimate from Sunmi has been activated in a minute. Also be in the crystal, so it's gonna be game 1. Garo just got another kill. It's free and the crystal. Congratulations to Beijing.WB.
That's
got
right.
the victory.
Victory for Beijing.WB, and wow, they do so well. Remind me of like AG's playing style. Really fast, but used to be really slow. So they adapted themselves in this game. Usually their playing style is a little bit slower. So definitely like what Nora mentions is going to be super impressive.
And I mean, like, it's super impressive that how Weibo played in game 1, because they are keeping the pace, right? They never let it down. They never let the pace go down, because they are constantly invading to the red buff, and they're trying to shred Slim's power down. And that's the most important thing that they do throughout the game.
Yeah, they shred them down in the very early game. I mean, using the support coming in from all different sides, ganking the bottom, and you can see Linghen always focus on the bottom, making sure this Garo is going to be safe. Because if this Garo falls behind, there's not going to have enough damage. But the 2 assassins did so much work. You can see that my Shinui at the very end jumped in with the help of Linghan's Jing. I mean, everything went crazy. As long as they got the goalie, I feel like Weibo is going to get more aggressive and more aggressive by the time goes by.
Yeah, you can just see like how sophisticated it was from Beijing.WB, right? Because the reason why Mai was at the rear at the very last team fight is basically because they tried it several times before in the mid game. Jin dashed in, but you can see Jin is really mobile. After he break the first skill and also the outmiss, there's no way for his team members to catch up him, right? So after they just went through the communication and Mai just standing at the rear, it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna intimidate the Slim. Slim's definitely gonna dash out, right?
Yeah.
And dash is the only thing that he got to escape away from the gangs, and Mai just waiting there.
Yeah, I feel like Mai Shinui is like, you know, Jin's partner in crime. I mean, using that together, they're like dynamic duos. Like, oh,
You're in?
Yeah,
I'm
you're in. I'm in. Let's go. You know, they have that eye connection. You know, going in
Yeah.
at the same time. Definitely, it's gonna be a really, really nice coordination by those two people, with those two players. And also, you know, for the on the other side for TTG, they're actually suffering a lot. Not even just them suffer. I feel like Kaiser suffered the most. His jungle was constant invasion over and over by the whole team of Beijing.WB. Like, the pressure was real there. I mean, no goal at all coming from the jungle. So Kaiser didn't have no farm. And also the Slim was behind. So you can see that two of those most core players are behind and go. And that's how Weibo just overwhelmed them in a lot of situations.
They just cut the two cores from TTG down. Because Kaiser just promised the tankiness from TTG's composition. At the same time, Slims means the sufficient upper damage. But after you just deny that rub off from Slims, Slims can't do enough damage out, right? And at the same time, Kaiser just can't farm out well, no farm at all. So how you're gonna gain the vision control of yourself?
Yeah, also a really nice choice on Mai Shinui because, like Nora mentioned before, Jin's mobility is going to be super high. So the only person can catch up with her is going to be Mai Shinui.
Yeah.
Those two assassins are super mobile as, you know, Jin gives the signal to go. I mean, these two assassins are just be the dynamic duo jumping into the back line. I feel like this, you know, Fun Xiao definitely not going to have a really nice way of surviving. Look at his death. 4 death, and most of the death is coming from those assassins.
And also we mentioned about how crucial that Slims was in the late game, because you can see after TTG fell behind, they feed in all of those goals and resources to that Feng Xiao, to the Slims. They're just left Feng Xiao to be the last hope of this composition. So they just can't stand any loss of their precious marksman.
That's right. They think it's had the last hope. You know, and hopefully they're gonna, you know, fix this issue. Definitely, maybe rotating that AOV hero, giving the ball to another player. But if you give the ball to Feng Xiao, definitely you're gonna see a lot of bullying coming in from Beijing.WB, coming in from your opponents. You know, denying a lot of resources and a lot of bullying in the very beginning, putting pressure on your lane in the laning phases. Definitely, maybe strategic-wise, you know, TTG might have to do a little bit different since I feel like they are still going to be on the blue side, but still maybe do something different in the next round.
Yeah, and in terms of that strategy, I still want to bring it back a little bit about the Milady pick, because I know that the reason why they're taking it out because they're trying to pushing forward. So definitely the mid lane will be on the spotlight. But as you can see, TTG never can gain any priority in the mid lane, which is not in their plan, which is far beyond their expectation. And I mean, Weibo, the best thing they did is let Garrett to cut that Slims down and also let Jin to do invasion. And this time the MVP is going to Jin.
That's right. Linghan with the MVP from Beijing.WB. Look at that team fight present, 84%, dealing a lot of damage, 67.6k, and a really nice KDA here. And wow, he is the man to do the job, get this job done. He goes in most of the time, 90% of the time, he started the fight by himself. Then his teammates rush to the scene and joins the party. A lot of the time, this Kaiser was under a lot of stress. Even the double life couldn't save him at all. And even the jungle was under attack constantly by Beijing.WB.
This is a really lethal assassin. As you can see, wherever he goes, he just carry with a kill.
That's right, and he also, you know, make the better trade. You know, even though he dives in, he gets a kill, then he goes away. But the benefits definitely is going to be greater here for Beijing.WB. a lot of damage by Beijing.WB. Wow, like once they know the spawning time for each buff, they are ready for it. Like the timing couldn't be better. Every single time they go into the jungles of the enemy's area, they take a buff away. 80% of the time. In the beginning, Kaiser, you know, was getting the buff back, but later on, everything was just getting denied here from TTG.
And you can see, actually the member from Weibo is just following Lin Hen's pace, right? Because the jungling path is really, really nice, that the Jin play, right? First from up around his own jungles, but after they spot out, you are suffering the weakness at the bottom side of the map. They are just doing those invasions at the red, and at the same time, again, just shred that Slim Tower down.
Yeah, this is a really, really first great match by Beijing.WB. Beijing.WB definitely coming in really strong. TTG, however, still have some adjustment to do. I feel like they haven't played their best card yet, so definitely we might see them doing a lot better in the second round. Hopefully, in the second round, we're going to see more of TTG. So we're going to take a small break, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Red team has slain an enemy. Red team has destroyed a tower. Red team has slain an enemy. Red team has slain an enemy. Red team has slain. Red team has slain an enemy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our KIC knockout stage. This is going to be the bottom bracket here in our day 4. We got Beijing.WB versus Guangzhou.TTG as they already have the first winning game for Beijing.WB. They're going to be on the red side right now. TTG on the blue side. Definitely TTG are not feeling like themselves in the first round. I'm not sure what happened to them.
I feel like they are not at the same zone as Weibo has.
Yeah, 2 different level here. I can feel like they're a little bit lost, but I'm not sure what happened. Maybe like all of the players haven't got into the comfort zone yet. I mean, some of them are not even warmed up yet. And look at here, you know, as you can see, the players are getting ready for the next round. Hopefully, in their minds, they're ready. Hopefully, they can trust their teammates. I mean, trust is gonna be a really important issue here.
Yeah.
If you trust your teammates, then yeah, I can do everything I need to, you know, make it happen.
So they need to bond up a little bit more, you know. I mean, like, the coordination is not that bad, but still, it's not tight than Beijing Weibo does in game 1. Because as we can see, Weibo, they are focusing on one member, just lead the pace, being the shot caller. Every time, 5 members were sending in groups, right? Wherever they're gonna go, they're just gonna stick to each other and just bringing in all of those snowballing pace to themselves. But at the same time, TTG, they're playing in a defensive way, actually. They're trying to make a lot of trades, but do you remember that one? After they're trying to trade for that rebuff on the other team, they lost the high ground tower at the bottom.
I feel like a little bit off. That was a huge loss by TTG. I mean, you just went into the enemy's territory. I mean, not knowing that your bottom lane, who's going to manage the waves there? Like, they don't have really a lot of vision control. And if you're falling behind, you even need vision control even more. So I feel like they're still risking a lot there and not knowing the fact, like, you know, at first, maybe the better option is to go back and to be more defensive. You're already playing defensively. Why do you want to go out and to be more risky?
Yeah, I mean, like, the time is not that right. The time is definitely not that right. It's a little bit too late for them to stop Weibo's snowballing pace. But at the same time, they just trade like a small thing for a huge loss. And that's totally not worth it. And I'm talking about gaining priority for each lane for TTG will be so crucial speaking to game 2 draft. Because as we can see, for the opening, main was kind of oppressed by Virus at the top side. And at the same time, Flames was suffering from the oppression from Garo at the same time, right? So you got both side lanes be in deficit. How you're gonna bring the priority into your own composition?
Yeah, they were suffering a lot in the laning phase. Starting off on the laning phase, I feel like TTG already lost the laning phase. Throughout that mid game, you can see that they have the first turn, however, but later on, it kind of collapses because you got 2 lanes are losing, top lane and bottom lane, and then Weibo just turned the map around, focusing on your jungle. So your jungler is going to be behind. Your top lane already getting destroyed, bottom lane getting harassed. So there's a lot of constant pressure. I feel like TTG just got overwhelmed, and all those butterfly effects just coming in, those chain effects worked out so well from Beijing.WB.
And game 2, as you can see, TTG choose to stay on the blue side again, and they're grabbing away this Dacha Fuzi strategy. I know that they know how to play the Dacha Fuzi strategy, and it made me feel like they're trying to use this strategic composition to slow down a little bit, try to operate the code and being disengaged.
Ooh, this is gonna be a really, you know, similar composition we saw in the Ultimate Battle when they faced KSG. Remember? They used Joey instead of Princess Faust. I mean, it's gonna be really nice tower pushing strategy, but here we might see the team using this strategy one more time. Hopefully they got those issues fixed from the last time where they got defeated by KSG. This time, hopefully game number 2, they're gonna try a lot harder because it's gonna be a little bit better if they make it a tie. But right now, Beijing.WB feeling really good about themselves. Game number 1, there's so much in the zone, so much clear vision and goals on this team. I'm gonna feel a little bit worried here for Guangzhou.TTG.
Yeah, and I mean, this is not the ultimate battle. That's the difference, right? You will suffer the loss from your jungler or your top laner. As you can see, Alien has been taken out and main has been used by Xin the last game. So we will just grab this Charlotte away. How you're gonna choose?
Oh,
Florentino?
what? Did I see what I just saw? I'm not sure what I just saw, but I just saw a Fortino flash by.
Yeah, I mean like Florentino, we've seen this play with the Starchild strategy used by Hero, right? Shinhan used that Florentino and it worked. It really worked. But still, it's not that stable, right?
Yeah.
It's really risky for you to do so.
Only the situation allows so. I mean, really a lot of situations it doesn't really work. So here it's gonna be Varus, maybe locking it down. Yes, and they will. Using this Xiao, using the Varus. I feel like they are really, really nice warriors. 3 warriors, Fuzi. So yeah, a lot of tankiness. Also, the fire is gonna be set up here for Joey. So yeah, this Starchild strategy does work. But however, can they work against Beijing.WB using this Angela on their side? Also, they have this, double life available, just in case those huge battles happen. Terry is going to be the one on this side. Chelsea has the damage, need to carry the whole team in the late game.
And I mean, TTG, they just get back to their comfort zone because they got a really high winning rate back into the summer season by using the Starchild strategy. So I feel like kind of after they are a little bit in panic from game 1, they're trying to use their comfortable composition, try to slow down a little bit. But the problem is we are doing game 2, right? Game 2 means the hero for the cards is totally sufficient for Weibo. So it's really classic to taking out that Kaiser and be the one who take the burst out damage in, right? Soak in the first burst out damage and take the ulti from Fuzi.
Yeah, also I like this Angela pick as well because the burst damage in the very beginning is going to take out this Starchild just in case if he needs to teleport back home. The burst damage comes out so fast that he has no time to go home in that teleportation circle. So yeah, I can see the strategies coming in from this Beijing.WB side. A lot of burst damage, great damage absorb capability. I mean, you still have that Charlotte at the top lane. Does a lot of damage reduction as well. So, hopefully those warriors, those 2 warriors is going to be enough to take the damage in from the side of TTG, and you can have Terry to back you up later in the game.
And game 2 matters a lot. Let's just wait and see. Dive right into game 2. TTG will be on the blue side and Weibo will stay on the red.
And the crowds are cheering as they are waving their flags, hitting the drums, showing a lot of respect, showing a lot of support for the teams inside the stadium.
TTG already focusing on their top lane melee fight because they know that they need at least one winning lane. So they're trying to help viewers out.
Ooh, great steal here by Buran. Buran getting the blue away from Weibo. That meaning maybe we're going to see a 3 buff here start for Buran. What a nice beginning for TTG already. Stealing away the blue buff. They have no idea here. Kaiser started at the red and Buran went for their blue right away. This is a great start here. But hopefully this Kaiser knows what's happening. Maybe try to invade their blue as well.
Well, but as we can see, speaking to the early stage, it is going to be a little bit hard for Weibo to do so. Because they do want that blue buff, but they are not allowed to do it. Because Charlotte is really weak in the early stage.
Yes, definitely. Now maybe we're going to see that 3 buff beginning for Buran as he already getting his dirt buff. His dirt buff is going to be the blue on his own side. So yeah, great beginning. 1 buff lost here by the side of Weibo, but not to worry. I mean, as long as they survive the early game, it's going to be a little bit better in the mid game.
And also, like, Yao is a great flag pick. And I mean, the flexible is in terms of his item gold, because he can go for those damaged out items or those tanky items. So it's a
alternative benefit. Yeah, yes. I think so. Because I saw a lot of Yaos, in the games play more aggressively using attack damage items, but the alternative build is like Pure Sky and maybe some like the other tankier items. It makes this hero a really nice flex pick because the longer you survive in battle, the more damage, the more flexibility this Yao is gonna have. So I'm thinking, Buran might to go with the alternative strategy where, he's doing half damage but half tank. Oh, someone get caught! And that's going to be Kaiser going down here in the rivers, in the bush. Great beginning for TTG.
Great beginning. And they're trying to snowball the game a little bit more. gaining this red buff will be a nice choice. It's gonna be the ulti from Da Xiao. Everyone's here, just assembled and just teleported by Da Xiao back to home.
Oh, wow. Weibo suffered a huge loss at the beginning. Losing the blue buff, and now they lost the red buff. Wow, I feel like TTG is giving a taste of their own medicine towards Beijing.WB.
So can we put it this way, that it's not because the players, it's because of the hero Kaiser, right?
Yeah.
Whoever play the Kaiser, who's gonna suffer?
That's right. I don't want to jinx it, but you know, that's what it is. I see it as what it is. I mean, Kaiser, both games already been suffering. I mean, in order to pull this back, Beijing.WB has to do something here. Oh, walking into that grass, that's so dangerous. Like, you're just walking into an unforeseeable area and you see 4 enemies. I mean, I would just like cry if I see those happen.
Yeah.
Here's a knockback here. Oh, ultimate by Angela, but you know, the damage coming in is not going to be sufficient enough. Buran still able to farm freely in the mid lanes. Looking really good for Buran right now for this Yao, and he's just continuing to farm. The pace, I mean, it's still, but still, Linghan is not giving up. Linghan's goal is only like around like 900, maybe 1K behind at most. TTG right here, get the ripper control. Oh, almost the steal coming from Xiaoxi, but here it's gonna be the Kaiser using the ultimate, but still, the damage is already done. They already took the Tyrant, so it's time to leave and get back to farming.
And I mean, that was really close for Weibo to letting these ultimate out. And we will say the few minutes, the next few minutes, TTG will holding the priority. They will hold the priority and doing those invasions.
Yeah, invasion on Reddit again. Linghan has to try his best to slow down, but his 4 enemies here, Weibo and his Angela. Ooh, the burst out damage is not gonna be enough, but it's gonna be enough to chase away TTG. I mean, here it's gonna be 1 enemy getting taken out, and that's gonna be Fan. And here is gonna be the stun coming in from Genren, and here's gonna be Xiaoxi as well, getting bind up. But look at here, Xiaoxi doing a really nice job. It's gonna be Linghan going in after the jungle. It's gonna be Linghan versus Buran. What's he gonna do? Charlotte is also here, and he goes back. They need to take that buff away.
Whoa! The positioning! I mean, that was really close. And Juicy, this is going to be the turning point for Weibo. After this, everything just turned over.
Wow, I love the aggressiveness of Weibo. I mean, they just stepped in there like, hey, you're not gonna tell me what to do and what not to do. Hey, I'm still the boss here. I already got game number 1, so I feel like Weibo does have that aggressiveness still available. I mean, they're awoken a beast within Weibo. The first game, you know, against Chongqing Wolves, they already lost. Definitely, they're not gonna go home without a fight here.
And right now, they are stepping into their strongest period, which will be the mid-game. We know that this composition allowing them to make a lot of big team fight happen in the mid-game around 10 minutes mark. And right now, they're just utilizing the power and try to gain the priority back.
Yeah, they already took that like 2 or 3 buff. This is going to be a really nice trade because their goals definitely is going to be a little bit higher here towards TTG. So, you know, they all already got that money back they lost in the beginning. Oh, great steal here by Buran. Buran still taking the red constantly from the side of Weibo, but still, Weibo is still fighting back aggressively. You have to watch for that Huajun. Its ultimate is going to be a little bit scary as he got that staff of reverberation. It's going to be so much damage in the very first hit. But here,
details here, you can see like here is the detail. Linghan just blocked away all of those enemies and being bonded, that's fine, that's totally fine. Just buy more time for Terry to take down the tier 2 tower at the bottom, and that's enough.
That's right, Linghan is taking it like a man here, no matter what the situation. He's gonna stand up, he's gonna soak in those damage, letting his teammates buying them more time, giving them more space to do those follow-up damage.
The great thing that you're taking out this Angela is not only about inputting some burst out damage into your own composition, but also at the same time, you can kind of guarantee your mid lane, right? Never care about your mid lane waves, it's gonna be fine.
Yes, great counter invasion here coming in from Beijing.WB. And that's the teamwork, the teleportation. Then came in time. Great takedown. So that is going to be the first turning point for Beijing.WB. Can they continue to do this? Can they fight back? I mean, they were like lower lower goal in the beginning, but right now is equalizing. Oh,
Oh!
great job
The
by Angela!
setup!
The setup! Wow, but look at here, Linghan getting caught, but it's okay. He has the ultimate. He can use those skill 1 and get the HPs back. Here's gonna be TTG still chasing. Buran going after Jiren. It's gonna be Fen Shao jumping in, still not giving up. It's gonna be the Intimidate coming out of Zimo, doing a lot of damage. Qing Qing is in trouble. He used the flash to get out as TTG are peeling back, not taking any more damage. But here's gonna be Quadrant doing the ultimate again, but no casualties on both sides. Beijing.WB pulling back, and also TTG pulling back as the Weibo gets the Tyrant.
I feel like this fight has been over like 1 minute because Huajun already got the second ultimate and exactly at the same spot tried to do the same tactic. That is incredible. And as we can see, Weibo, they're not afraid of taking those team fight in because they know that they're powerful enough to do that big team fight. And when we're stepping into the 10 minutes mark.
Yes, almost 10 minutes mark, and it's gonna be mid-game. Weibo is gonna be flexing their muscles, and I really like that boot of swiftness on this Angela. That meaning he has that really, really fast moving speed. As long as she doesn't get hit by the enemies or any minions, he's gonna be like moving around the map, you know, finding a really nice position to set up for the grass ultimate.
So I would say everything just being so optimistic for Weibo side. And speaking to TTG, if I'm gonna name one of the heroes need to stand out, will be Yao, right? Buran really need to bring the team back because of the flexibility, because of the mobility that this hero has, can easily let him jump into the back liner and just take that Angela down or take that Terry down.
Yeah, it's going to be a risk though because there's a lot of protection, a lot of bodyguards. I mean, you still have to face the fact that they have Jiren. The flash is going to be coming out. I mean, he still has that double life available. Here's going to be Fen Shao pulling them back, but here comes Zimo and the rest of the team trying to knock them back out of the teleportation, but they got back safely in time.
And at the same time, you can see Yao just clean up the mid waves and try to steal the mid tower, but that's too much for Yao to do. After this, he should rotate to the cam and try to get the Dark Tyrant. But, I mean, without the marksman, it's really, really slow for you to rush into this Dark Tyrant.
That's right. Dark Tyrant is going to be available right here on both sides. But the question is, can they take it? Do they have the guts to take it away from their enemy? I mean, I feel like Weibo does have a bit more go here. They do have more of the control. So if they can do it, great. If not, no problem. They still have a Kaiser right here getting knocked back. That's going to be Fen Shao getting almost killed. And that's going to be it. He gets taken down.
And his flash was even forced out by that burst of damage. And it might be a counterattack to us. TTG tried to fight back, but the problem is the damage is not sufficient. Everyone is being taken really low from Weibo, but who's gonna save the team? As you can see, they just jump in. It's gonna be Virus, and the passive just went in, and it's going to be the double kill.
That's right, with that skill 2, dragging them back with that piercing scorpion tail. I mean, the passive coming in, locating the enemies, and getting the double kill for Qing Qing. Qing Qing just saved the whole team, and that Raiden is back into TTG's hand, getting the Tyrant. Also, turning point for TTG as well.
TTG just turned the table around again, so you can see the back and forth is be in the gorge. It's gonna be the turn for TTG to attack. They're setting for the condition, and right now everyone is pressing in the mid lane, and because Zhou is a great tower destroyer, so no worries about the mid lane tower. They can rotate to the top, and they can easily snowball the game from now on.
Yeah, Beijing.WB, I mean, they did really well, but they kind of overstepped a little bit and letting that flash, that Varus came in, and they got caught. You know, Chao Shi was there, Xingyu was there, and the double lifer is already used up. As here, it's going to be another fight going on. Here's the ultimate breaking out from Linghan. However, TTG already backed off. Really, really nice move. TTG actually are really calm right now. I like TTG's strategy. They have to stay calm in order to make this happen.
And I feel like the confidence is given by that team fight. The confidence they gain it from that double kill made by Virus, right? Suddenly they think that it's going to be, they're able to contest Weibo, but Weibo is not easy. opponents right now, they're trying to play it hard, and KIC with the Charlotte being so tough. They just squeeze in to the TTG side and just block them away.
Yeah, that narrow corridor by that jungle camp. I mean, you can see Zimo jumping in first, then Linghan follows. But TTG actually being really calm, knowing the fact that they already know that they can't push the top tower anymore. There was no minion there, so why not just back off and just hit the dragon? Getting the dragon meaning more pushing power for TTG. So TTG is actually being a little bit better than the first game, knowing what to do and having a clear goal.
And I mean, the draft plays such a crucial way, and Weibo, they are trying to make it as in turnover. As you can see, Charlotte just coming in, Virus break out his ultimate and trying to take the elevator, but that's too much.
There was too much damage coming in from 5 sources. Damage source by Zimo, damage coming from Kai. I mean, a lot of magical damage coming from Huajun, Xiaoxi as well. So he cannot take all that damage by himself. I mean, he needs some backup. He needs Buran to take in some of those damage. Chin survived really long, but it's not gonna work here for TTG.
And if it's not gonna work, they're gonna lose a priority. As long as they just can't gain the vision control, they're just they will be forced by Weibo to get him back to their own tower.
Great dodge here by Linghan. Actually, no ultimate right now on Fen Xiao. Trying to lock down this Linghan, but it's not gonna work. Great side step. Using those side step, allowing the avoiding, and look at Linghan using the first skill to get that HP back. Look at here, the fire is gonna be set up, and that's gonna be good. Angela takes him down. First shot goes down. Varus jump in, but it's a little bit too late already. Splendor already been built on Joey, but it doesn't matter. Here's gonna be Weibo going in after the Zimo. Zimo going in. The flash is gonna be on Zhihuan. Zhihuan jumps out, but Zimo still goes in, survive, getting one enemy taken down. That's gonna be 0 for 1 trade here for Beijing.WB.
And this is going to be another story from now on. As you can see, Weibo is slowly getting the map control for themselves. They just need to clean up the vanguards, and after this, they are just going to pushing forward.
Wow, great fight there. I mean, they were just back and forth constantly. I mean, TTG, you know, they did their best to secure that mid-turn, but that mid-turn falls. Now it's going to be trouble because their mid-turn is going to be providing the opening up to their jungle. But still, the same for Beijing.WB. They already lost their mid-turn, but they still gain more of the map control as they have more go and more kills under their table.
And I feel like, you know, TTG is kind of restricted by Weibo, since Weibo is always playing around the camp, and they are trying to initiate constantly. But the thing is, you can see TTG, we will bring it down after this, as you can see Charles just being so aggressive, getting in, and the flash has been forced out. They take the elevator, get back to home, but they need to give up the vision control around the camp, and it's going to be the ultimate from Angela. Try to make a burst out damage, try to make the gang happen.
Yes, TTG trying to leverage every single ability they can. You can see that they teleporting back and forth, knowing that as long as they keep that going, Weibo is going to be falling behind because they can't stay in the battle as long as them. But look at the burst damage coming from Zimo, and that's being Varus getting taken down. Also, this Zhihuan getting taken out. That's going to be 0 for 2 trades here for Beijing.WB, but Linghan getting taken out at the very last moment.
But no worries, since like Weibo, they still got 4 members alive, including the marksman. They're trying to gain the Dark Tower, but here comes the assassin.
Crucial
it's
kill
going to be
theft.
the crucial kill theft, but lost 1 member, totally acceptable.
That's right, and that's gonna be 3 for 1 here. But still, Xiaoxi damage is not a joke right now. Look at his goal count right now, 20.7k versus this Fuzi is only 7.2k. So definitely this Terry is going to be something that you have to watch out. The damage is going to be crazy on there. Can Buran take it? Can this Ching take it? But if you're not careful, this Terry is going to be out of control.
Exactly. I mean, one composition with marksman against one composition do not have a marksman, well, be a huge gap when we're speaking to the late game power. Because the tankiness is what TTG has, but Terry is a great tank destroyer, isn't that? So definitely Weibo is trying to make a lot of issue happen. They always keep chasing.
Oh, TTG's in trouble here. Foos is getting taken out. Fun Xiao getting taken out. Double kill for Terry. And that's what I'm talking about. The damage dealing by this Terry is crazy. Off the chart. And on top of that, he already have a lot of the items. The Sun Chaser, the Shadow Ripper. I mean, everything is built online. And they tried to end the game right here. Beijing.WB already in the base. The dragon is alive. And this is going to be the last fight. Now, hopefully for TTG, they can survive.
TTG tried to buy a little bit more time, but as you can see, no retreat can be seen from Weibo. No sign for retreatment. It's gonna be another attack. Vanguards will be in the base, and it might be the last team fight. As you can see, they're blocking all of the
my God! And now they're going to have the
It's
crystal!
going to be the crystal that is going to fail, and it's going to be Beijing.WB winning the game 2.
Yes, congratulations to Beijing.WB taking game number 2. What a crazy starting point for Beijing.WB, taking 2 games in a row in our day 4 against the TTGs in the bottom bracket. I mean, what a fantastic battle.
I mean, I'm totally out of words. This is not the Weibo that I know. I know that they're competitive, I know that they're strong, but they are kind of be awakened after game 3 or game 4. Now they're really slow. They need time to warm up, but as you can see, they the way that they play feel like they stay overnight, just try to keep warming up.
I feel like they hit the ground running. Like they don't even need to warm up. They don't even need to warm up. I mean, I feel like they just know what to do and when to do it and how to do it.
Exactly. I mean, like, they just really, really heat the vibe up right now in this arena, because everyone just cheering for this incredible performance. You can see how tight it was. The coordination is definitely out there for Beijing.WB, right? Every single movement, every single decision is kind of made by the team. Everyone just being in exactly the same channel, right? Everyone's doing the same thing, holding the same goal.
Yeah, even though they're a little bit behind in the beginning, but that's okay. I mean, feeling like the blue buff was stowed away by Buran in the first minute, but it was okay. They defended themselves long enough. They know that their early game might be a little bit hard, but they got through it. I mean, the way they know what to do in the very beginning sets TTG's apart. I mean, TTG got the early game lead. I mean, they were doing really good. I mean, they were taking a lot of constant buffs away from Weibo. You can see Buran getting so much go in the beginning. I mean, literally the man has a lot of go in his pocket, but they know what to do. Beijing.WB turned the tables around using Angela's ultimate at the right timing towards that patch of the top grass where they tried to make the invasion, but the counter invasion came back and everything went better for Beijing.WB from there on.
I mean, like, one thing is that is because they know their composition so well, they just read the play, and they know that they are sufficient to do that team fight when we're speaking to, I mean, after 10 minutes, right? We talk about that 10 minutes mark a lot. It's not about the epic monster, it's more about how much time they need to let this composition totally be well formed. And that's the timeline that we're talking about. And another hiding factor about how Weibo went out TTG in game 2 is basically because they always trying to bait TTG out and force them to take the team fight. Because, you know, I was trying to make it, I tried to figure it out, because TTG, since they got the Dachao, they don't really need to do that team fight. They don't really need, it's not a must team fight, right? You can choose it. It's totally available for them to do the splat push, right? Just send Yao to the side lane, at the same time send Fuzi Dacha to another lane. They can kind of just harass Weibo's composition and try to buy more time. But as you can see, they are really into that team fight, because they just do not want Weibo to get all of those epic monsters and try to snowball the game. So it made me feel like they're faking that, alright, we're gonna get our hands onto those monsters and try to let TTG out and give up their pushing strategy, instead trying to take the team fight.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Nora. I can feel like what happened there is going to be really true, because you can see that they using the Dachao strategy, they can be just, you know, choose to engage or disengage. They have the key to do that. I mean, the positioning of power definitely goes to Dachao, but every single time when the Weibo came in, they want to fight, they can choose not to fight, but still, they baited out a lot of the skill. They force into the fight, like, they're addicting to the fight. They make TTG addicted to the fight, and that's one of the strategy that Beijing.WB used, and they succeeded.
Yeah, because if they do so, then the mindset is totally different. And made me feel like TTG is a little bit lost after they just keep rolling in that kind of furious team fight. But on the other side, for Weibo, they know that they're capable enough to win out the team fight, so why not just force you to take the team fight, and that's it. And when we're speaking to the turning point, I want to name that one happened to that red buff invasion in the early game, right? Before that, TTG got their hands, got the control of all of those buffs. They even grabbed away the blue buff. But as you can see, Weibo use the Charlotte, take that Dachao down, and everything just collapsed from TTG.
That's right, that collapse definitely is gonna be the rolling in the deep for me. I mean, TTG.
Rolling to the dark.
Yeah, rolling to the darkness. I mean, look at that. You had a really good beginning, but you kind of like, force your way into the enemy's trap. I feel like they don't have to take that bait. They can really, stay back like, hey, you want to fight, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you get what you want. Definitely, that's going to be the mindset they want to have, but instead that match kind of, everything was happening a little bit too quickly. Maybe a lot of players didn't have any time to think in that split second. So one enemy, comes and you have like your positioning is going to be a lot closer, so the fight start happening, you just don't know what to do. Should you fight or should you back off? So definitely they need to have one person to be the shot caller here. It's like, hey, you know what? We're not going to fight here. We have better things to do.
Exactly.
We have to, think like the mature person here. One person has to stand out here for the TTG. And Beijing.WB, I feel like their mindset is a little bit more mature. They know what to do. They know their advantages. They know their disadvantages. And they know that their strategy is going to be that to pull them out into the open and start fighting. That's going to be one of the strategies. It's going to be better on Beijing.WB.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It just made me feel like after they lost the advantage from that invasion, they're kind of a bit messy there in the mid-game. And definitely, we will give the credit to Zimo, the Charlotte. After he just pushed back and using the mechanics and also the Intimidate, right?
Yes.
Take that Dachao down, totally overturn the whole game.
Yeah, I feel like Intimidate does work well in a lot of situations because if you need that extra tank, the Intimidation works so well. I mean, he was in the front line jumping in a lot of the time. I mean, he jumped in before even Kaiser jumped in. He was the warrior in the front line, doing a lot of damage, also soaking up a lot of damage at the same time. Even in that red area right here, Zimo came in and chased them away. Look at this furious warrior, this Charlotte going in with the combination of teamwork. They defeated this Dachao. And look at Zimo coming in again from the right side to the left side, jumping in, doing a lot of damage, going after Chin. I mean, this is the unstoppable warrior coming from the top lanes of Beijing.WB.
Confidence, being fully confident about what he's doing right now because he knows that the damage is not sufficient from TTG's side, right? They got double warrior spot. Where's the marksman or where's the burst out damage can be seen from TTG's comp. And after spot that out, Zimo know that he's just gonna be invincible during the team fight.
Yeah, I feel like TTG, I mean, they have to do a little bit better on the operation and the macro. They need to focus on that Dachao strategy. That's why, Dachao, that's why they call it the Dachao strategy, as we mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing that Dachao has is always change the situation, change the current situation, make sure that you always got numbers advantage. Not only about the team fight, but also when they're doing the spare push. But again, this is totally alternative for them to pick up what kind of strategy they want to do in game. But again, they're kind of just rolling into that darkness by Weibo.
Hopefully, they're not fighting their demons again in this next round because they're 2 points behind. So it's going to be really crucial. They need to grab 1 point back or else Beijing.WB is going to grab the game points.
Yeah.
So let's find out if they can do that in the next match. Definitely time's going to be running out here for TTG if they don't do anything soon enough. So let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
Blue team has destroyed a tower. Blue team has slain an enemy. Blue team. Red team, killing spree. Red team has slain an enemy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our knockout stage, and our Game 3 is going to be underway. Game 2, definitely Weibo got the upper hand there. I mean, in the beginning, there's a little bit slow down, but they managed to take it away with that 2-win in a row. So definitely TTG is going to be in the darkness here, hoping to get the win back in the game number 3.
And I mean, the pressure is not only about the draw, the pressure is also on the mindset of those players. Because as you can see, Weibo, after winning 2 quick games, and also including game 2, that they beat the most confidence composition for TTG, right? That was what we call the signature composition, right? At such a high winning rate, but Weibo still defeat them using that kind of team fight oriented strategy. So I do believe Weibo just going to keep the momentum and just being really aggressive in the early game, and just keep doing the same thing. There's only like 1 game away from their match point, actually.
Yeah, I feel like they have the momentum. The Weibo today is definitely something a little bit different. Something about them, like, it's just...
Something changed.
Yeah,
right?
something changed overnight. It's like they already have that mindset going into this game. They know what to do. They would know when to do it. So yeah, game number 3, I expect no less from Beijing Weibo here.
Yeah. I feel like maybe before today's matchup kicked off and back into the cloakroom, maybe coaches said something like, all right, it is going to be do or die, right? Just bring it on.
That's right.
Right now.
You gotta win this game.
Yeah.
Free coffee for everybody.
Yeah, that would be maybe there's going to be a ceremony after this game ends.
Ooh, this is really interesting. Look at the first pick here
Liliana.
by the TTGs. Liliana shifting that player to the mid lanes. That's going to be a lot of pressure for the mid laners because you're facing Prince Lani. Also, you're facing Zip from Beijing Weibo.
Zip, I'm really looking forward to seeing the Zip taken out. Because yesterday, actually, we saw the Zip played by Wolves, Ishan, with the main. And the last scenario that they made was Zip soaking in the minions and rolling to the crystal.
Yeah, I
and
remember
instantly
that.
destroy the crystal.
Wow, just everybody jump on the vehicle. I mean, even you, Super Minion.
Even
you,
you.
you're like 10 times bigger than me, but I'm gonna suck you up in my stomach.
I feel like this is the trunk, though.
Yeah.
It's not like car.
I feel like it's an infinite, like a loop, dark hole. And here is the crowd cheering as this Chao Chao is gonna be looking it out. Oh, he's gonna lock it down. This is gonna be quick, good, because Chao Chao might be the jungler here for Beijing Weibo.
Also, it seems like Princess Lonely already beat that. Maybe
he's gonna be a top lane.
It's gonna have a top lane.
Yeah, because you got
class lane
Zip
Cao Cao.
as the support, then you got Prince Alani as a proper jungler, and they're banning out Adina. Definitely is going to be a really nice strategy because they do not want Adina being the one harassing their jungle. I mean, providing a lot of vision for the side of TTG, so getting that away prevents those vision happening here for TTG.
And they're throwing the curveball to the jungling position from TTG because they do need some tankiness, right, brought into their composition. I would say Dun or Sun Tzu has been banned away. These kind of hero will be great for TTG.
Also, really nice ban here on Jit because it's going to be a really direct counter to this Fawn at the bottom lane. Also banning out this Luma number 7 as well. Really denying those early burst damage combos and putting less pressure on the farm play here for Fen Xiao.
So what else that Xiaoxi has? I'm thinking about some hero.
Ooh, this is interesting. But it might be a little bit risky. I mean, but they're gonna lock it in anyway because the burst damage from TTG might be one of the weakness of this Dr. Bin. We see a lot of Dr. Bin over the previous days. None of them has worked a little bit like not that well. So hopefully maybe Weibo has a different opinion on this Dr. Bin. Hopefully we're gonna see some new strategy by this Weibo team.
And TTG just like what we said, right? Bring in the tank, bring in the Dun, because they need to secure the early game. The laning is not that optimistic for TTG. And the best thing about Dr. Bien anyway is he's good being really powerful in the early stage, right?
Yes.
He can use his passive, just stacks up about his poisoning level and deal great constant damage.
Yeah, Iggy's gonna be out. It's similar to Iggy's, but he does more, poison damage over time. Damage over time. DOTs comparing to the burst damage him from Iggy. And that poison is gonna be super vicious. I mean, once you get poison from 1 stack and goes all the way up to 5 stacks, your hit points are gonna drop 1 by 1, and you can't really do anything about it unless you go to the towers, you get your heals up, or else you're probably gonna see yourself back at home at your fountain.
Exactly. So actually, I do like the composition for a TTG because it seems to be much more solid than what Weibo bringing out, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Bian is kind of like a really powerful hero in the early game, but after like 2 waves in the mid lane, he's just gonna, keep me silent.
Yeah, I feel like Weibo definitely have to stay together if they want to, use this effect, maximize this effect of Dr. Bian, because Dr. Bian's second skill and third skill provides heals to the entire team. So you need to be in that area of him in order to get the effect. So I'm hoping maybe we're gonna see like a 1-4 formation by the side of Beijing Weibo, or a 1-3-1 formation, because you can see this Prince Alani and this Cao Cao can be at different places at different times. So I'm looking for those strategic plays, tactical plays coming in from Weibo, because they also have that zip.
Oh, exactly, zip. I always like this hero. And we know this game 3 is going to be the most important game, especially for TTG. If they lose the game again, then we will get the match point. That will be such a severe situation for TTG. So no more retreat, just do it toe-to-toe.
That's right, it's going to be do or die as we are diving into our game number 3 here. TTG on the blue, Weibo on the red. And yes, definitely, you do not want to lose this game for TTG, because yeah, Weibo has so much trick up his sleeve. You're not even, touching Beijing Weibo's composition yet. I mean, it's only the outer layer. Beijing Weibo has a lot more store here for these compositions.
And already you can see the tactics used by Weibo from the mini-map, right? 3 members being proven, just trying to accelerate the farming pace for Princess Lanling, letting him to get ahead of this win.
Oh, quick pace by this. Oh, dagger flash being forced out. Wow, poisonous damage is going to be triggering on Zhihuan. Zhihuan has to go back here. Luckily, there's going to be the heal underneath the tower. Getting that potion allowed that HP to get back online. So, yeah, but still, great job on the side of Beijing Weibo, forcing out the flash coming out of Liliana.
I mean, forcing out the flash means a lot, because it takes time, and they know that they are gaining the priority in the mid lane. Not even mention TG can spot out the mindset difference from these kind of trades, right? Because we were just playing the psychological game, Prince Alani just standing there, he didn't even throw out his blade. But suddenly, Zhihuan just flashed out.
I feel
right?
like it was like a psychological trick.
Yeah, they are a little bit in panic right now,
Yeah,
TTG.
TTG, knowing that they have 0 points right now on the wins. Game 3, they're going to definitely be a lot of pressure under their heads, under their minds. But, I feel like a bit of advice, they need to stay calm. They have to pretend like, the losses are nothing. Like, don't even think about the losses. Just focus on this game right now. TTG still finding a way to farm a little bit safer, but look at this. Beijing Weibo doing a lot of great farming techniques going into the red area, going in with his partner Cao Cao. So it's gonna be Linghan and Tsumo working together to secure their monsters, or else I feel that Buran definitely is gonna be really strong in the early game. Plus this, Shenbin, definitely the early game is gonna belong to TTG. They need to use this to their advantage. They need to make something happen here.
And if they do want to make something happen, they can't do it without Liliana. But you can see like how painful it is for Liliana just always be surrounded by not only 1 member, but at least 2 members.
Yeah, and I feel like this Prince Alani does come to visit Liliana pretty often. I mean,
yeah, like mid-focus.
Yeah, so focused. And I feel like it's already giving the false impression that, this Prince Alani is always around in that mid area. So maybe giving that fake vision to TTG. That's maybe Beijing Weibo is doing. Psychological threats. And right now, Prince Alani maybe try to go after the bottom here, and going in. The ultimate is going to be good. Can he take down Fan Fan? But no, the heals come in just in time to save himself.
I mean, we can say that this is a trick that Weibo is playing, because the result is that Princess Lanling forced out the mobility from TTG for them to get back, but the preset was Zip soaking in that wave and try to force Fawn to get one step ahead, you know, just being a little bit overstepped and creating the preset for Princess Lanling to dash in.
That's right. And here's Princess Lanling targeting this Liliana. Wow, such a danger. He has to go into the fox form in order to get away. Here's gonna be Zip. Oh, I love this. The bowling ball gonna come in to the bottom lane. Look at this. 4-on-1. Taking down Shanbei. First blood for Beijing.WB.
They are taking a draw. Who's gonna be the lucky one? The Sun Bing will be the one suffer from Weibo's get.
Look at
might
this.
be Duan fell done. And Duan just trying his best and trying to get the
too
point
much damage.
to make it. And Liliana getting in. The flash was
Oh
for the
my-
game. He's still chasing in. It's
double
going to be
kill.
the double kill for Ling Heng. Great job by Beijing Weibo.
Look at that. The domino effect that Beijing.WB triggers. Just everything just went in so smooth. You can see that Zip with the initialization going down, gets Shanbing, then you get Buran, then Zhihuanhua down. Look at this perfect beginning here for Beijing.WB.
Yeah, nothing can be more perfect than this, because we know that there's so many cores from Beijing, but they need go lead and just check their stack engagement, right? Without any vision control, take it as a draw. Sunbi really helpless, you know. He's just being so desperate when he spot like 4 members were there in front of him.
Yeah, you see one member rolling your way, but instead I have 4 members with me, and that's Shanbing. Just fall in fear.
That's what we call magic.
That's right. This is where the magics happen. And Buran goes in. However, Chin Chin jump in, but it's gonna be really risky. He has to come back out. The ultimate is gonna grant him some shields, but the survival is not gonna be there as Princess Lanling is around the corner. Buran getting stunned again. Buran getting taken out one more time. Beijing.WB is on fire right now.
I mean, this is not what I expect actually. This is totally different right now. Beijing.WB, they are really on fire.
TTG has to do something here soon, man. They have to do something. They're not feeling like them usual self right
But
now.
they're
Oh,
doing
the
it
flash!
the tower dive!
Red
They're
team
forcing TTG to get back and take the milling tower without any hesitation.
Did you see the flash from Zip?
Yeah!
Readjusting his position to make the stunt on TTG, but it's okay. He misses, but already taking down the mid turn here on TTG side.
I mean, this is really tight game for Weibo. I mean, like, their pace, they're just constantly assaulting TTG. There's no way for TTG to react what they're gonna do, right? It's really hard for them to tackle these kind of situation. I mean, the tension is totally different.
Yeah, definitely TTG is feeling the fear right now. I mean, Princess Lanling is out there. You do not know what's underneath the shadows right now. I mean, you do not have really much of a vision control. I mean, if Buran goes out, who's going to be the tank? I mean, Ching Ching can be the tank, but the tankiness is not going to be enough right now. Right now, it's only like 7 minutes right now. It's not going to be enough. Ching Ching versus Zimo. Zimo is on the run, but will he get taken out? Yes, he will, but he stands there so much. Almost getting the kill, but no, he goes down.
But no worries, enough time has been bought by Zimo Survivor, as you can see at the same time. Arlie just did the solo and get that marksman down. Also, Liliana grabbed the double kill, but Weibo still 4 people in hunt and take that alien down. So this is going to be a 2-2 trade. After all, Weibo just equalize the situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Xiaoxi actually want to fight against Liliana, but Liliana, got the damage against Xiaoxi. So yeah, we gotta go back to that replay to see what happened actually. How did Xiaoxi falls down to Liliana?
I mean, I've seen it on the mini-map that everyone was distracted by that Cao Cao, right? Like just gathering on the top side. But the problem is that the tier 2 tower from TTG already fell down. So Xiaoxi just get into the rear and trying to make a snap hold on TTG's members. And that's where he fought out himself and did that 1-1 trade.
That's right. Funshao goes down, but still looking really nicely on Beijing.WB. A little bit slowed down here on the rhythm here. Chao Chao still on the chase here. Here's going to be Chin Chin jumping in. He has to use the ultimate, but the damage coming in from Funshao is going to be taking some more away here. Great comeback here on TTG. A little bit of rhythm back on their side.
And I feel like exactly the same tactics that they use, right? Just take that one member who's doing the step push down, and with numbers and deficits still want to make it.
Oh, but they have Zip with them, so they can be a little bit more risky. Zip saving this Prince of Lani's life, protecting him using that second skill of his. But here's the Dragon coming into the
Tyrant
TTG's
has
hand.
been defeated.
But it haven't been 10 minutes, so it's okay. Waiting for the 10 minutes Dragon. WB thinking like, hey, I'm gonna let you grab the smaller Dragon, but later on, 10 minutes, I'm gonna secure them all. Ooh, really dangerous Fox right there. The Fox against the Rabbit Girl. What's it gonna be? WB still trying to grab more objectives as much as possible, but the 9 minute and 30 second kicks in. That's going to be the refreshment of the Dragons. So no more Dragons for them in this next 30 seconds.
It might be another team fight around those camps, and everyone is trying to do the preset. Here comes the Prince of Lani. Damage happened, trying to get one kill down, and now they're chasing that swimming down, trying to escape away to be survived from these kind of surroundings. And at the same time, Holly just comes in and shuts down that Ling Hun's Prism Lani. So it's gonna be the cue for WB to retreat.
That's right, they better retreat because TTG damage is not gonna be a joke right now. Funshao's damage definitely off the chain right now, getting that actual tournament Infinity play, also Shadow Ripper, and now they're going after the 10 minutes Tyrant. That's gonna be a lot of damage on the side of TTG. And yeah, TTG got the, pretty much rebalance themselves towards that battle here, and they're gonna get themselves maybe the front tower, maybe this mid tower, but they're going after their buff.
I feel like TTG is rising up game by game. I feel like the momentum is, being built from TTG right now. And since they are doing really good right now, they just equalize the whole game. So it's still not promising for both teams to grab this victory for game 3.
Yes, but right now a little bit slow down here. Beijing.WB will also need to rebalance themselves because they're being a little bit too greedy, kind of overstepping a little. They're a little bit wanting too much of this Liliana. But Liliana also gaining so much AP item. The damage coming in from Liliana is no joke. Look at here, Ling Hun trying to go after, but the Fox form is going to be escaping away for this Zhuan, surviving those deathly blows.
I mean, like, TTG can play in a fearless way since they got that Sunbeam and also Duran being really solid as the front line. And also, Fong got mobility, Liliana got mobility, so no worries about the Prince of Lani's gang during the team fight.
Yeah, also the second skill of the Sunbeam is going to recover 50% of the HP dealt and returning that 50% damage dealt back to your HP, so compensating for those damage by 50%. Here's gonna be the attack coming in from Xingyu escape using the flash, so he's gonna be good going back to the base and recover hopefully in a second, but they don't need to because they have this Dr. Ben with him. He's gonna recover his HP slowly by those HP by the seconds.
I mean, from this kind of HP trade, definitely the Dragon is in hand of TTG, but Ling Hun going really deep, trying to make it happen and soak in by this rolling ball and try to get it out.
Oh, it's gonna be backfire. Look at this. Ling Hun still doing a lot of damage. He gets away, but Liliana caught this Ling Hun in time using the flash, and Chin Chin couldn't escape. Also, the poison is gonna be there. Here's the back damage coming from WB. Is not gonna be catching up because the Shuriken is gonna be slowing them down from Funshao. But 1-for-1 trade, that's gonna be enough for this battle.
This is really risky movement made by Ling Hun, but because he just sneaked into the crowd and tried to get the kill. And you can see how swift that Funshao just reacts, right? He just tumbled out in a nimble way and just threw out his ultimate and just blocked that Prince of Lani out.
Wow, everything happens so fast. I mean, both sides are really equalizing with the goal, so their battle is going to be really equalizing. all depending on the mechanics. Can they get the first kill? I mean, this Liliana is going to be really, really dangerous. So Xiaoxi has to watch out for the burst damage. And also this Huajin has to watch out because Liliana is going to have those high burst damage right now. Look at those items on Liliana. The staff already being built. So he's going to have those magical piercing damage doing it. And a little bit squishy here on Beijing.WB because they have mostly assassins here. Only maybe Zimo can be a little bit tankier than usual. Hopefully this Dr. Brian is going to back them up with those HP recoveries.
But is it enough for them to take that Dr. Brian's HP recovery when they're doing those personal damage, right? Liliana is no kidding. When the fastest dash in, you're just gonna disappear in the team fight.
That's right, fight is gonna be happening right here. A little bit of overstepping on both sides. They're looking to make one team make the smaller mistake. Which team is gonna be a little bit overstepping? It's gonna be TTG or it's gonna be Weibo because they want the Tyrant really badly as TTG might want to grab it because time's gonna be running out. The lane's gonna be pushing in, and also this Cao Cao is waiting to make a flank.
Ooh, and check the positioning from Weibo without any vision control. TTG first secure the Dark Tyrant, and Weibo, they know that after grunting by the and it's uncontested, and Zimo just flash over the wall, escape away.
Wow, such a close call here. He has to use that flash or else he's just not gonna survive that. And look at here, the turn of the table here. TTG is doing a lot better here.
Yeah, I mean the power level is totally different speaking to the composition. Because TTG got the Sunbi, right? The Sunbi mentioned to the second ability that he has, allowing this composition to be much more solid than Weibo's composition.
Ooh, look at here, Fen Xiao jumping in. Also the rest of the crew, Qing Qing jumps in. Also, Xiaoxi runs away. Can he run forever? Look at here, where you gonna go, Xiaoxi? And he's gonna come back. Oh my God, it's gonna be Xingyu chasing him, saving him at the last moment. What is going on here?
They call for the ambulance and Xingyu just comes.
I know, Xingyu's like, hey, I need you to pick me up. I don't know when, but I'm gonna tell you the location. I'm gonna send you the text. Hopefully you get it and you save me. And that exactly what Zip did. You know, I'll pick you up at this location, and they didn't.
I mean, definitely at that moment, she just looks like the saint to Xiaoxi, and this is going to be another snap engagement. Zip trying to get in and trying to use a flash. But the problem is TTG is kiting Weibo right now, and already they spot another member out. That will be the person Lihan also fell down from this kind of engagement.
Yeah, as the time passed. Oh, look at here. Almost getting killed. Xiaoxi getting the attack on this Liliana, but not quite. The damage is not going to be enough right now. But still, really a lot of lethal damage on this Xiaoxi. So he has to be the main damage dealer here, or else the rest of the team are not going to do it. I mean, the burst damage coming from Lihan is not going to be enough. Right now, Lihan don't have the HP enough. There's a lot of burst damage coming from TTG, so this Prince Alani pretty much just need to provide the vision. Maybe do some small damage right now, but this Prince Alani is losing its advantage in the late game.
Yeah, and that's something to do with the composition, you see, right? In the late game, Weibo's composition a little bit is too squishy, right? Massive amount of damage, but at the same time, not secure damage. And also, they're facing serious situation right now. They're keeping pressuring on those lanes. The waves are there, the vanguards are there, how they're killing it up. And it seems like it's going to be another engagement. Both assassins from Weibo's side is trying to enclosing the surrounding. And right now, trying to get it in. It's going to be another engagement
use the second skill.
Trying to escape away. It's going to be Prince Alani. Find it out. This is going to be really, really crucial for Weibo. They're trying to turn it over, but TTG is not kidding right now. Everyone just fight back fearlessly.
But look at this.
Liliana got another kill, and Dun has been taken down. It's going to be a 2-3 trade.
But still, Xiaoxi stayed at the battle for so long. I mean, he was just clicking that auto attack like crazy. As the enemies are falling, so does Weibo's team falls too. Weibo's team falls a little bit faster. Look at here, unstoppable for this Liliana. The Splinter is going to be coming out with Huajin. Huajin trying to run away. Here's going to be Fan. And this one, but the third phase, the comeback damage coming in from Huajin knocks him down.
The only man surviving from Weibo is also going to fall. It might be the victory for TTG since they do have the minions in the mid lane. But since Weibo rest of the member just bring back to the fountain. Whoa, such an intensive fight.
Yeah, you can see that burst damage coming in from Huajin. It's not a joke right now. The AoE damage using the ultimate of Dr. Brian. I mean, whoever's in that area who got poisoned gonna deal even more damage. So yeah, the HP on this Zhihuan was not really that good. So he got taken out by the burst damage of Huajin. Here's gonna be Tyrant in the hand of TTG. Can they end this game? Can they get this win in this game number 3?
I mean, no one is allowed to go out until the party ends. Everyone just being really dedicated to make something happen using their team fight. And just TTG right now, they're holding the map control. They can easily just pushing forward and they can just suffocate Weibo back into their high ground tower.
Yes, definitely. I feel like definitely the Huajin's like, the party don't stop until I come in. And that's Weibo exactly what they want to do. The party's not over yet, and here's going to be Xingyu running away, but doing a lot of damage as well. Look at that. Xiaoxi jumps in, but it's a little bit risky. He has to go back here, using the ultimate of Zips, getting back to his base. Can they defend the attack, the assault coming from TTG?
I mean, the waves also be here right now, TTG, making it happen, taking down 2 high ground towers in the mid and also on the top.
Look at this Shimon using the ultimate, getting that life steal, but can he hold on much longer against Chin Chin? Chin Chin used the ultimate to get away, and this is going to be it. 2 high ground tower gone for Weibo, but here's going to be TTG going back on the retreat. As you know, this Prince Lani still in the shadows. Let's see if they can go for a
Prince
flank.
Lani, nice positioning right now, keep it pressing in the main arena. Cao Cao comes in, and might be another in close, as you can see. Prince Lani trying to find it out, but it takes turns. TTG just fought this Prince Lani out before the second game. She saved this member again. He's like the Beijing.WB.
That's right, Xingyu. But still, Chin Chin goes in. He goes crazy. The blood rage is going to be out. The Flash is going to be exhausted. He has the Sage Sentry, and that's going to be one more kill in the hand of TTG.
It might not be the end. It's going to be another Spread Dragon from Zibo. Cao Cao comes in. It's going to be another soak from Xingyu. They're trying to get it out, but don't want to allow that to happen. Rolling out, Fox is trying to find an opportunity out, and another improvement, another a boost from TTG. Right now they're chasing it in, and Liliana just getting in. Fox just secure the zip, taking it down. It might be an ace for Beijing.WB, who tells, as you can see, Zimo is the only member from Weibo surviving right now. He's trying his best, trying to clean up all the super minions, but TTG secure the victory, get it back, game 3. Congratulations to Guangzhou.TTG.
What an amazing match here. TTG showing that Beijing.WB, who's the boss in this game number 3. And look at that, great teamwork by this TTG. I mean, they have the early advantage, and that burst damage really does a nice job on this Zhihuan. This Liliana went crazy. I mean, he was pretty much taking out Huajin, taking out Xiaoxi, taking out Linghan. Even though this Linghan is like invisible, he used the skills of the second skill to burst damage, to get those attacks out in order to find this invisible man in the shadows.
Exactly. This is going to be a totally different story from this game on. Because as you can see, TTG is rising now game by game. I would say after game 3, they are awakened.
Yeah, I feel like TTG definitely awakened here, but definitely it's going to be an uphill challenge for them because Beijing.WB is going to be on the blue side on the next one.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult, but with that attitude being changed here on TTG, I'm pretty sure that they have the stamina to fight back because they're awoken now. You know, they just woke up in this 3rd match, and hopefully they're going to do a much better as the time goes by in this game number 4 against Beijing.WB.
And I would say they just totally showcased by individual heroes, right? And they just read their own composition. They know that they're going to be superpower in the late game, and just keep rolling it. Weibo, again, right? The burst out damage looks really decent, but the thing is too squishy.
Yes.
The whole composition is too squishy that no error tolerance can be seen from these kind of comp.
Yeah, I feel like Dr. Brian is not getting a really nice reputation now.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Alright, we can't say it. I mean, like, another hero can take the responsibility as offering the HP recovery while be Tai. But Taiwan G, right?
Yeah.
The little loot.
Yes.
But they already picked Zip, and actually Zip did so good in game
Zip.
3.
Wow, such a fantastic save.
Yeah.
Saving Linghan, saving this Arlie so many times. I mean, feeling like he's like the angel.
It's like, yeah, the angel, shining.
Yeah, shining.
With the background music,
Yeah, giving you the hands like, hey, like, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna reach you, and I'm gonna take you out of danger.
Exactly. He just rescued a lot of his members from those serious situations.
Yeah, and I feel like he does a lot of great engagement as well, protections as well. On Dr. Bear, on the other hand, sometimes it might be not in a really nice position because he's really squishy. Without those HP recoveries, after they got the Venomous Stab, pretty much like the HP recovery was slowed down by that. So yeah, hopefully, Beijing.WB will still have the capability to bounce back because they're going to be on the blue side this time, most of the time, highly percentage. But in the meantime, let's take a deeper look at the numbers here in this round. We got Arlie, the highest goal here on the side of Beijing.WB versus, this Liliana. Also, this Fan has a really high goal on this TTG side, and those two players does a really nice job. Also, Chin, everybody did so well on the side of TTG.
Each position just totally shine out in Game 3, and I would say TTG, everything just being more optimistic to the team.
Yeah, I feel like TTG got their mojos back. They were not in the groups in the first game, second game, but their game actually, they're doing quite well. A lot of great opportunity has been taken. I feel like Zhihuan plays so well with this Liliana, and he took a lot of opportunities. He knows that he has that burst damage, and that he calculated it very well to take down this Xiaoxi, to take down those assassins. I mean, every single one of them is squishy. After they take down this Cao Cao, pretty much everyone is pretty much a cake to them.
Yeah, and also just they just you can easily destroy Weibo in the team fight just like piece of paper. Is everyone just being really squishy?
Yeah.
So vulnerable.
Yeah, so vulnerable, and you gotta face the fact that they have two front lines. You have Chin and Buran playing those warriors, and you have those burst damage hero like this Liliana. You get this burst damage hero like this Spawn. Also, you have this Shenbing, which is gonna get powerful as time goes by. And once Shenbing reaches that level 15, you have the maximum amount of stacks on the second skill, recovering so much HP and recovering so much HP over time. The damage taken from them are going to be half. So no matter how much you damage the side of TTG, their HP is going to be really healthy. Even your poison is not going to be effective against them towards the late game.
Exactly. And MVP will be the mid laner, Zhihuan.
Ooh, Zhihuan almost dealing that 40% damage overall. And you can see that the crowd is just cheering and chanting his name as he's going to be the MVP this round using that Liliana.
And I feel like the drops that TTG did is kind of testing it out because we know that they are capable of doing individual performance, right, on all their lanes. And first game, they gave the priority to Slims, Marksman, and it didn't work, right? And then they changed to the Daxiao strategy, give the ball to Fan, and it didn't work. But this time, they're giving the priority to the Liliana, to Zhihuan, and it's really gonna be effective. So is it possible that they might keep doing this? For example, like the next matchup, they can give him the Iggy pick, right?
Might be great consideration. As you can see this match, Zimo did his best, but Zimo got taken out like a few times in a row together because the burst damage coming in from Chin from Zhihuan was way too much. And you can see that trade by Xiaoxi diving underneath, taking out Fen Xiao, but look at here. Zhihuan came in with the double kill, and at the very end, look at that damage by that Fox. Knowing the fact that he cannot see anything, but he noticed that Ling Han was there. Even Ling Han got taken away by the zip. He was not safe. Ling Han came back, tried to be a little bit greedy, trying to deal those damage, and look at that! The jump in from Chin took him out, and this is the time for Zhihuan to do his thing. The spotlight is gonna give in to this Liliana.
I mean, the attack is really aggressive, and also no hesitation can be seen from TTG's members. They know that this game is a must-win, right? They can't be in deficit when facing a 3-point deficit, a match point deficit against Beijing.WB. So this is a must-win. They really did it and just rise it up.
Yeah, that's a great match here by TTG. Definitely evening up, getting that 1 point back, at least not letting Beijing.WB to grab that point in order to go into the match points. But right now, TTG definitely needs to do a lot more because they're only 1 point behind right now.
Yeah.
They need more points in order to win the game. So maybe hopefully changing their strategy a little bit. As we mentioned, maybe Nora maybe suggesting they go for the Iggy for the mid. So they're having a really, really nice early game. Might gonna be the strategy that what works for them. Early game definitely is gonna be a really great highlight for them.
And another thing I want to put on the spotlight is that since Weibo is going to be on the blue side due to our gas, then he can just ban away the Jin and it will be all settled, right? There's nothing that they need to worry about. The pressures on TTG. Since they're staying on the red side, that shot shouldn't be available, so does the butterfly. So it's gonna be the question, Caffeine and also Slims.
Yeah, there are not going to be enough ban spots here.
One hero out.
Because you only have 5 ban slots, and a lot of heroes has been using up already. So, they have to make a tough choice here. Are they going to ban away those Caffeines or Slims, or are they going to save those spots for Jin and Da Xiao?
Exactly. And we will figure out after a short break. Please stay tuned. We will be back.
Red team killing. Red team
rising up to become someone. Taking it all on my own. What a sweet victory. Taking all of my control. Awaken something deep in me.
Like flames, burning inside. Take a hold of the pursuit of the prize of a toll. No way to survive. All of us five just locked it aside. When this is the time, enter the ring. All those mental chemicals doing their thing. I got flashes of battles inside of my dreams. I was made for this moment. At least now it seems like it's time to come face to face with your fear. Been battling reasons for all of the years, and I learned how to fight them with style and grace no one's ever encountered. You say it's amazing. I'ma come out swinging when they open the gate. Go ahead, call passion. I'm calling it rage. I'm taking what's mine like I already own it. Watch me don't blink. Going here to the moment. When this is the time, enter the ring. All those mental chemicals doing their thing. I got flashes of battles inside of my dreams. I was made for this moment. At least now I see
Moment, the sky rain down. Here's to the madness that's all around. So tell them who you are, you are, you are. You are, you are. Here's to the moment, the sky rain down. Here's to the madness that's all around. Go and tell them who you are, you are, you are. Go and tell them who you are, you are, you are.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Game 4. Actually, last game was really fantastic, and we can see TTG, they awake from that game 3. And
Yeah,
right
I
now,
feel like TTG definitely brought it back. I mean, they need to. I mean, like, they are down by 2 points. If they don't do anything soon, later on, they're going to be a match point. But right now, TTG gaining 1 win back on their sides, and they have to do it again, but it's a little bit difficult since Weibo is going to be on the blue side right now, and I'm guessing it's going to be on the blue side, but highly likely the blue side Weibo it's going to be too difficult, but TTG, hopefully they have it prepared. Hopefully they have some items, they have more tricks, more composition for them to compete against this game 4.
and also I would name some signature hero, right? Like for example, these best marksman that they had, and also, well, they give the ball to the mid lane, right? Let him to have the Iggy or some hero like mine, some mid lane that can be seen as assassin and lead the whole game pace.
As you can see on the board, it's like, just take the 4 wins and 1 win here on TTG, and off. We're going home. We're gonna go home.
And right now, as we can see, game 4. Weibo is on the blue side, TTG stay on the red. Weibo ban away the zip is telling TTG that no Solaris or no Luba number 7. Do not even try to build up a winning lane at the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's a really good value ban here. It's gonna be taking away Solaris, Luba number 7, also Guangzhou as well, and Butterfly, no surprise there. Mai taken out. Oh, Iggy getting taken out too. So, yes, they noticed that Liliana is going to be really powerful that last game. So they banned that Iggy. Also, taking the cacophony for themselves.
You see, that's a problem where suffering the shortage of the hero pool. TTG be on the red side, they definitely will let one of those AoE hero out, and cacophony will be the choice.
That's right. And I'm wondering, maybe they're going, maybe they're going with the main composition, but the main already been picking up by TTG, and they're picking up the Jin as well. Definitely they want to grab those two because Ming is going to be the best partner for Caffeine. Taking that away, dissect that combo, and taking away Jin also is going to be a really, really nice fact. Even though Beijing.WB already used Jin in the first round, taking away that Jin is going to be a really T0 tier jungler for TTG.
So again, they're using the signature hero, getting back to the comfort zone and try to showcase by their own mechanics and also the main pick. I'm wondering what else marksman that they can pair up with this main. Maybe a Lady Sun pick, I guess.
Oh yeah, Lady Sun has been working really, really well with this main, and here it is, Lady Sun. Speaking of the devil here, getting almost locked in. They're still thinking about it, but definitely it's going to be a really nice choice. So 90% of the time, he's going to lock it in with this main. The burst damage is going to be super viable in the early games, and it's going to be a really dangerous threat. After this target, get those online damages for Lady Sun, and he is going to be on fire. But in the meantime, he's going to be versusing Caffeine at the bottom lane. So still, the laning phase, I would say, is pretty even since Caffeine, you know, don't have the main available and Lady Sun has the main. So the damage is going to be pretty even. I'm expecting to be an even 50-50 fight at the farms lane.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And besides of the even power at the bottom, I mean, these two teams are standing in different position right now. With what they already got enough CC, right? As you can see, Yixin and Zhang Fei's ulti combo can make great engagement happen. Also, the corporal definitely will be the Caffeine. So they need to bring in some burst out damage into their composition. And I will highlight the top lane, right? The clash lane. Weibo may go for some they already used Charlotte, so maybe then Alien pick will be really nice for Weibo or Byron. Yeah, do the same thing.
Yeah, anything that can go into deep into the enemy's territory. Also, that flash on Byron is going to be super crucial. Definitely the timing is going to be there. Hopefully, we're going to see more. But what is this? Xiao Qiao getting picked up? No way! I mean, we've seen Xiao Qiao being played once or twice, but we haven't seen TTG. I've been playing a lot, but maybe for this one, they need to have someone that's more mobile. Definitely Shangguan. It may be a better choice here because Shangguan is going to be more versatile. Maybe it's going to be more gankiness against this bottom lane because they need to stop this Caffeine from getting too strong in the very beginning.
And you know what? Interesting fact is that this is a Sun Tzu support for TTG, right? They already got Jin to be the jungler, or it's gonna be a top lane Sun Tzu, right?
Yes.
It's not a jungler Sun Tzu. This is a top lane Sun Tzu. So definitely TTG, their top side, the top side of the map is overpowered than Beijing.WB's top side.
Yeah, I feel like definitely the speed of assistance is going to be there for TTG of that captain using that boat to supporting. I'm expecting this Ching Ching to do a lot of damage to the bottom lane because he can use that teleportation power after that 2 minutes. I mean, he can use the ultimate to circle around the bottom, and I feel like Zhang Fei has to be there to protect Caffeine most of the time, to use his body to throw himself in front of this boat in order to save the whole team from getting stunned.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking to that, it made me feel like even side lanes power, then we may highlight the mid lane, right? Yixin would be one of those utility mages, but on the other side for Shangguan, I would say a lot of rotation can be seen from Buran and Zihuan. And after they just rotate, be in group, be in a duel, no matter it's gonna be to the top side or to the bottom, they will carry with a kill.
That's right. And you can see the aggressiveness coming from this Zihuan, carrying that frenzy, so he's going to do a lot of damage. I'm expecting this Shangguan just to constantly harass the bottom, and I feel like a lot of this TTT strategies may be to bully this Caffeine. Hopefully Chaoshi is very preparing themselves for it. And maybe we're going to see the opening, maybe emphasizing more in the beginning, emphasizing the priority on the top lane.
Yeah, who knows? And let's just wait and see. Go for game 4, and again, there's only one game away from Beijing.WB right now, reaching the match point, so it's still gonna be a huge mission for TTG to do.
Oh, is this Yukio Tachibana going for the red? Or maybe not, actually checking out the scenario. Great opening play on TTG side, using Lady Sun at the mid here. Lincoln is gonna start at the mid, but getting so much damage off already, but he has to back out. A lot of dangerous opposition in the beginning for Beijing.WB. I mean, look at that pressure by TTG. Already cleaning up the mid lane. Level 2 already. And this is going to be Chin invading into the jungles of this Beijing.WB and almost killing this Fun Xiao. Fun Xiao getting taken away. A little bit over to step into the enemy territory.
I mean, nice try by TTG. They intended to do the early invasion happen, but they didn't exactly find out that Zimo was also there. They just neglect the existence of Zimo's pirate.
Yeah, Zimo even used that flash just to come in really close, to be the gap closer. And I mean, a risky move here by TTG. If it succeeded, it's gonna be good, but it didn't succeed. It kind of backfired. Beijing.WB getting the first blood, and that is gonna be a lesson that they need to learn. They can't really outplay Weibo if Weibo is gonna be on the blue side.
And I mean, the price is really high for them to learn such a lesson. There's too many like damage sufficient.
Oh, another one! Oh my!
Taken down twice in a row.
On? Ling Hun jumping in twice in a row. That's gonna be a huge loss in the beginning for Fun Xiao here.
I mean, first thing first, the bottom lane is no matter as a even side lane. The power is totally different right now. It's not balanced anymore. Caffeine can easily just torturing Feng Xiao's Lady Sun at the bottom, single by himself.
That's right. Right now, Ling Hun looking really good right now. 2 kills in his pockets. 16K. Definitely doing a lot better than Buran. Buran definitely need to catch a little bit. It's the goal right now. It's going to be a little bit behind. And TVG might want to, just calm down a little bit and get back to farming, because if they go by this pace, I mean, they're going to give more kills over to Beijing.WB.
And I mean, Caffeine already got 600 gold lead against the Lady Sun. And also, Caffeine can do great power at the bottom lane.
So much damage here. I mean, with his second ability, I mean, he goes into that Gatling gun form. He's gonna gain so much critical damage. I mean, those damages are gonna come in like really, really clean. No animation delays, and with that rapid fire mode, he's gonna gain more critical damage. So he's gonna be a super powerhouse combo in the later Gong game. I mean, mid game, beginning game, and late game, you can see this Caffeine damage is always online.
Yeah, and I mean, we will just go for the regular laning, right? They just go for the regular laning, and Caffeine can take care of herself at the bottom lane alone. But the problem's on TTG. I feel like it is well designed for them to make that different opening, right? Let Feng Xiao rotate it to the mid lane, and they do gain the priority. But the problem is, since Lady Sun in this patch has been descended, has been debuffed, he can't just tumble lane and save his first skills and try to escape away, right? That's a huge debuff.
Oh, look at his Buran using the Mirror Domain, but this is going to be a 2 versus 1 situation at the top here. Buran's going to be backing off. Here's going to be Chin looking for some enemies to crash in, but not finding anything. And yeah, this is going to be the Beijing.WB getting the lead here in this first 4 minutes. Right now, Fan tried to, harass the Xingyu a bit, but it's not going to be working. He has to go back to Lady Sun, and they have to farm up right now. They're a little bit behind. They need the farm to be good in order to be going against this Xiaoxi.
And I mean, another shortage for Lady Sun is that the mana is out. It's totally not enough for him to constantly using the skills and do the output damage. He needs the blue buff.
Yes. And maybe he's going to get one of those blue pendants. And that's what I'm talking about. Using the blue pendants, that's going to recover the mana regains a little bit faster. So, yeah, he can use those first skills and second skills a little bit more freely. But right now, it's going to be a little bit slow down here on the side of Beijing.WB. They know that they can't really rush too much. I feel like for TTG, they rush a little bit in the beginning because they have the mid lane advantage priority, but they went a little bit too deep. The jungle protection was still there, so it kind of was a little bit risky. Look at here, Fawn get caught, and that's going to be him going taken out here. And that's going to be an advantage Beijing.WB already has. Flash being forced out.
TTG, they're ready for the counter-attack. As you can see, but Caffeine denied that by taking that Buran string down and even got a double kill.
This is strong in every scenario for TTG. And killing spree on this Yukio Tachibana. And Weibo has taken control of the whole map currently.
I mean, Weibo is totally slotting TTG right now. Everything just collapsed for TTG after these several losses in a row.
Has destroyed
Weibo
a
got
tower.
6 kills in lead, not even mentioned to the massive gold lead up to 3,000 already.
Wow, TTG is getting punished for their moves right now. Their jungle getting invaded, their tyrants getting destroyed, and also the neutral objective is going to be gone. Zumo is getting hit, but it's okay. Look at the desperation coming in from TTG.
I mean,
what are they doing right now?
what are they doing right now? It feels like really messy. Ladies should just be in tonight again in the main arena, and that just allowed Weibo to make the window open and just constantly do the invasion. What happened to TTG?
What happened is here that they're not being calm. They're letting their actions speak louder than words right now. They're not thinking in their own way. Definitely, they need to back it up right now. But it's a little bit too late here. 8 kill lead in the side of Beijing Weibo right now. They're doing so well. It's going to be a little bit difficult to bounce back from this at the current moment.
Definitely the composure is on the side of Beijing Weibo. They're not in a rush, right? They're just solidifying the game. They're just securing the game. And also, as you can see, Beijing Weibo just play with a clear mind. Not like TTG. I mean, to be honest, no offense, but still, TTG is kind of a little bit lost right now in game.
That's right. Who is going to clean up this hot mess that TTG has made right now? So definitely, they need to stick together as a team right now. They need to stay really composurized and making sure that they do not overstep too much into the enemy's territory.
I mean, calm down a little bit more, but Weibo just being really aggressive and won't allow any single opportunity offering to TTG. Got another kill, and it's such a clean way.
Wow, look at the real-time goal charge at that pace. Beijing Weibo already got the goal advantage, getting that 5k lead over TTG right now. Multiple towers destroyed, 5 towers to be exact, and they're moving on to their high ground towers at the top side.
They are being monsters right now, easily destroying the high ground tower. So do I believe they're sending in those minions, and Cathany is no kidding, right? Within the red buff, you can see how great range that the Cathany is always keeping, right? The positioning, always securing Xiaoxi to do those constant output damage.
Wow, Xiaoxi got the hands on the trigger. I mean, constant damage from this Cathany is no joke. Definitely, I feel like TTG has to do something right here. TTG definitely need to bounce back, and they need to do it quick, because right now, Cathany have 7k gold, the most gold out of anyone right now of these 10 players, and it's gonna be a huge trouble if you don't take him down. On top of that, you have Zhang Fei with the ultimate ready to go any single given moment.
Exactly. I mean, everyone knows that the main target will be this Cathany and trying to stop the Cathany. But the problem is how, right? You do have a lot of initiation, you do have a lot of burst of damage, but due to the gold deficit, you're not allowed to do so. And right now, it's gonna be a nice CC. Such a beautiful combo by Beijing Weibo. And right now, it seems to be the last thing, right? Zhang Fei, be the beast, jumping in and got it as a 0-2.
That's right. Look at that positioning of Weibo. It's calm and collected. They know they got the goal advantage, so they can overstep if they want to. It's gonna be more Nulian. Zumo jumping in, but still keeping his distance. They're being so humble of themselves that they know they just want to end the game. Maybe around that, before that 10 minutes. And look at it, they're aiming at the crystal. The blue team going crazy. Double kill on Ling Hun, and that's gonna be it. 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Weibo has taken down TTG in this game number 4.
Beijing Weibo winning the match point, and right now everything just went so well for Beijing Weibo, and they are just showing the dominance of the team.
That's right, such a fantastic play and that's gonna be 3 versus 1, gaining the match point for Beijing.WB. They just need 1 point to win this whole thing in order to move on into the lower brackets. But right now, TTG is in a really, really dangerous position. Right now, they're facing the losing streak right now, and right now, they need to do something right away, or else it's gonna be the end of the journey.
Exactly, TTG is on the edge. And I mean, what's happened to the team?
Yeah, I feel
What
like
happened? I mean, game
Oh,
4,
man.
0 kills, you know. At the end, they got 0 kill. And I don't even know how that tower dive happened.
Yeah.
I still can't figure it out, you know. I mean, like,
so desperate.
why?
It's like they're not thinking with their heads.
Exactly.
They're just like, hey, get on the boat. Like, we're gonna go in, we're gonna get this.
But what
Byron.
for?
Yeah, what for?
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I feel like it totally confuses me because like they could actually do something else in the meantime, but instead they have no idea what they're doing. It seems like they're just charging in without thinking about the consequence. And
It just made me feel like they are in a really desperate mindset now.
yeah.
Everyone is a little bit in panic, and it made me feel like the muscle memory just went one step faster, one step ahead of their minds, about their mind.
Yeah, definitely. You have to think before you act, and definitely they need to stay calm because if they don't stay calm in the next round, the game is gonna be over.
Yeah,
I mean, they have to go all in here.
and I mean, this is a lower bracket, right?
Yeah, this low bracket, no extra life anymore.
No extra life anymore. This is a do or die, as we said, right? This is a do or die, and we know that KIC is the highest level throughout the tournament. It's just like showing the paper, handing the paper over to all of those audience that how great achievement that you made throughout the air. But what happened, right? What happened in game 4? I'm not trying to put my fingers on TTG, but we know that they are so titled as a champion of the summer season, right? This is not what they supposed to do.
Yeah, and we're gonna take a deeper look at what happened into the statistics of last game. That's gonna be game number 4 here. Weibo gaining the win. You can see that great coordination overall. Xiaoxi went crazy with that cacophony. I mean, a little bit lost here for the TTG. I mean, this Shangguan was diving in. Most of the time, you know, he wasn't even getting himself into the air and already fallen into the ground. So yeah, a lot of, you know, issues need to be fixed on TTG. And also that tower dive by Chin Chin and, you know, going after this Zimor. It wasn't really in a really desperate thinking. I feel like their thinking was a little bit overboard. They have to get their mindset back together. I mean, it's gonna be all or nothing. It's now or never. They need to change their mindset right now. Their mentality, it needs to be fixed because with the mentality they walk into the stadium today, it's not the TTG I know them since the summer qualifier.
Same.
It's not the same. It's not totally not the same. I'm not sure what happened to the match against KSG, but they need to fix it here now against Beijing.WB.
They really need to put themselves together, you know. They really need to bulk up, and one man should stand out and helping his members out. Try to clear up their mind and just, I mean, the head coach really need to do this thing right now. Love City, right? The pressure's on him, the mission's on him. He need to rearrange the whole thing, just like the whole thing, the strategy. I mean, the draft is really decent.
Yes.
The draft is really nice, quite even on the side lanes, and they know that actually the rotation can be made from their mid lane. And also the opening design is really well, right? It's really effective. But the thing is, they only made one mistake. That was the one they're getting a little bit overstepped into the opponent's jungle and was caught by Beijing.WB. After that, everything just went in a mess for
Yeah,
TTG.
everything went downhill from there on. TDG, I mean, they have to do something here. Hopefully the team, the coaches, the analysts are talking it over right now. I mean, I feel like they don't have to blame anyone specifically. They need to get the whole team together. The bond needs to be there.
Exactly, like the bond, the coordination.
The connection. I mean, a lot of different thinking here. You got one person going for the tower dive. You got one person like, hey, we need to back off. They need to be on the same channel. As Nora mentioned, the connection is a little bit off there. Nothing is connecting here for the side of TTG. I mean, they need to put the pieces back together. The puzzle right now is all messy. They need to put the puzzle back each piece need to fit in their own places, their mindset, in order to be on the same channel. Hopefully this Love CD coach, hopefully he have what it takes to calm them down, to give the pep talk, to visualize them for the win. Hopefully TTG can show us a little bit different in this next match.
But I mean, realistically, the time is limited. They only got 10 or 15 break to do so. So I'm wondering, in such a severe situation, can they make it? But still, holding the face to it, but everything just went so well for Beijing.WB, and definitely Byron Zimo will get the MVP. He's the one suffered from the tower direct.
Yeah, like, but nothing happened to him. Like, he has the HP recovery to get him back online, and the damage done by him, 30.8k, and wow, looking really nicely on the KDA as well. We gotta take a replay, and we gotta go into the replay once more to see what actually happened in a closer look here. Zimo doing a really nice job in the very beginning, actually,
Yeah.
because I remember him, like, they know that the priority is gonna be belonging to this Feng Xiao. He jumped into the jungle using that flash over against this Lady Sun. This allows Linghan to pick up the kill, setting up so much successful attack for their team.
And also, you can see the synergy, right, between the three members from Weibo. One man baiting it out, one man come in, flash in, grab the kill, and after this, everything just went pretty much like a one-way game for Beijing.WB.
Yeah, pretty much a one-way ticket for TTG right here, as they got 0 kills in that match. And here is the diving coming in from TTG, but Zimo taking it like a man, like this is nothing, and actually getting the kill on Feng Xiao. And wow, a little bit so risky for the side of TTG. And that's not even a warrior with this Sun Ce. It was Lady Sun and Sun Ce. I mean, those two diving into the tower, super risky.
Exactly. And again, TTG, they really need to make a quick adjustment between themselves. It's just like make the chemical thing happen again to these 5 members, right? Reborn again. And speaking to Beijing.WB, you know, actually it's really interesting that I just forgot bring up one thing, is that today is exactly the day that they play together for 700 days right now.
700 days.
700th anniversary. Exactly
Wow.
today, D-Day.
Wow, this is gonna be really nice job. That's a lucky number for them.
Yeah.
700. Yeah. Hopefully, you know, TTG can bounce back as Love CD, the coach for them. Hopefully, they're gonna be talking it over in the room, and hopefully, they're prepared for the next match. But before that, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll see you pretty soon.
Blue team has slain an enemy. Blue team double kill. Blue team has slain an enemy. Blue team kill. Blue team rampage. Blue team has destroyed a
Ladies and gentlemen, to our knockout stage as we are diving into our match point here for Beijing.WB, and TTG is a little bit behind here. They're 2 points behind. If they want to make it to the ultimate battle, they need to do it now, at least getting 2 points back. But it's looking a little bit challenging because they're 2 points behind and they're going against Beijing.WB, who's doing really, really good today.
I mean, like, Weibo, they're really in the zone for today. And what can be better than grab a victory at the lower bracket as the present of their 700 days anniversary of the team?
Yes, that's going to be a really nice celebration in their categories. But TTG, on the other hand, is going to be on the blue side likely, so maybe they need to figure out a way. I mean, if they're on the blue side, definitely the winning rate is going to be a lot higher. I mean, the last win they had in that round, they were on the blue side as well, so hopefully they have something in store for us as we are jumping into this next game.
Well, speaking to the blue side, they got more priorities. For example, they can ban away the zip, right? Or they can ban away the slims, because definitely they know TTG will play around their marksman again. And speaking to Weibo, be on the red side, first butterfly definitely permanent ban, and at the same time, Caffeine will also be locked in. Right, because TTG has used that caffeine a lot of time back into the group stage, holding 100% winning rate. So it definitely will not let Fengxiao to play that caffeine pick.
That's right, 100% winning rate for that caffeine on TTG. So locking that away, it might be a really better choice for Beijing.WB. Also, you know, Da Chao is going to be play available too. So maybe we're going to see that Da Chao getting banned as well. But here we go. The first ban is going to be Slims. I feel like Slims and also this butterfly. No surprise there. Definitely, what's this next ban? Da Chao goes out, so no more Da Chao strategy on the Beijing.WB. Caffeine goes out. Great prediction by Nora. As you know that TTG want to have that caffeine available, but here is going to be a really great ban of, you know, Musashi getting banned out. Okay, not bad. And also Prince of Lanning getting banned out. So let's see what's going to be the first pick. It's going to be this Iggy. That's what I'm talking about. That's
what I'm talking about, right?
They have Zhihuan doing a really nice job with that Liliana, so why not giving him the ball using the AoV hero?
And using the Iggy, and since Iggy is both available for TTG and also Weibo, after securing this hero, they can just promising their early game. Not even mentioned to with this early at the bottom lane, so the priority is in hand of TTG. Speaking to the early game. But they are seeking for safety, I would say.
Yeah.
They just take one step back and try to make it as a secured game. They do not want to be risky anymore.
All right, Beijing.WB with a response. If you pick Iggy, Mushroom is already being used up. What's another burst damage hero?
Little Loot also, actually. I mean, like, that, yeah, mid lane Liliana burst out damage, right? Do it toe-to-toe. And also speaking to the support, they can go for the Little Loot.
Yeah, Little Loot is going to be perfect because the poke damage coming in from TTG, coming from Iggy, is not going to deal so much damage if Weibo pick up that Little Loot. It's going to provide a lot of sustainability over time. It's going to be a perfect combination, but really depending on their shooter. What Beijing.WB has is going to be limited. I feel like HOK shooter definitely, because the Liliana position has the AoV slot. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of choices for Beijing.WB. Marco Polo is going to be banned out. Athena is going to be banned out. And maybe Fawn is going to be another viable choice for Beijing.WB.
Yeah, exactly. I would say Fawn, or another way of playing, maybe Guangzhou can also be, you know, a nice choice to Weibo. So it is totally enough for Weibo to make the choice. They are standing on the priority since they already got the match point. And the pressure is on TTG. What's going to be the jungler? That's one thing that I'm a little bit hesitating right now.
All right, Main getting banned out here on the side of TTG. So yeah, they're afraid that, you know, Main might be pairing up with, you know, those crazy damage deal like Lady Swen. And I feel like, you know, Beijing.WB does have to go with some other support besides, you know, John Fei already being used up, so not a lot of choice. Maybe Little Loot. Definitely, I'm thinking Little Loot is going to be a great counter.
A great counter attack.
Great counter to Iggy's damage.
And also, Fawn Soloist Huangzhong will be the rest of marksman for Weibo to choose, right? He's speaking to the hero pool. And so the only question is on TTG. What's they're going to play? Because, you know, basically, when they already predict that Weibo might use this little loot, they can actually let that Musashi out, because Musashi's ulti can just limit the HP recovery of this little loot. But they ban it away in the first phase. So what's going to be the counterattack towards Weibo?
Yeah, they just cut down their own bridge. Like, there's no way going back. I mean, right now, they need the burst damage available. Maybe Ying is going to be
damage,
good. Maybe Lakaruru is going to be a good choice as well.
Nice.
No, the burst damage coming from Lakaruru is going to be enough to strike down this little loot. And also maybe the support might be someone that's going to be providing a lot of pressure on, you know, Ziya can be really good. A little bit squishy here. Also, they have Mozi, so why not pick up Mozi as well? Because, I mean, what else they got right now, you know? Zip already being taken out already. They already used that, so maybe this Mozi is going to be a viable choice. And let's see the last response. They have Solaris, they have Guangzhou, they have
Juan, like 3-4-1. Solaris, nice one, because it just secured the bottom lane. I like it, you know, because Weibo is solidifying their bottom lane, and it's up to them. Because, you know, we can see TTG is a little bit hesitating about the Mozi pick and also the Ziya's pick. Because of the logic is different. Since they're picking up the Mozi, they're trying to highlight their bottom again, trying to play around Fengsha, because Mozi can be a great partner to support the early set, the preset for Direnjie to do the damage, right? And Weibo, after spotted out, they're just solidifying their bottom lane as they respawn. And just like make it as an even bottom lane, and that's it. But the thing is, Weibo's top side of the map is much more stronger than TTG, especially in the early game. I mean, Iggy can definitely gonna be great, but the Liana is another counterattack towards this Iggy pick. And also due to the tankiness brought in by this Duan in the early game, Weibo can actually make some early vision happen available in the early game. And we know that Nakalulu can do great burst of damage, at least got 2 items. Siege Breaker, active tournament, that is a lot of money, right? After 6 or 8 minutes, that's gonna be the time for TTG to shine out. But what you're gonna suffer before the 8 minutes?
Wow, that's a really nice analysis coming from Nora. Wow, we have to write this down. This is Professor Nora in the house right now. I mean, talking about the disadvantage, advantage of both sides, and making a lot of great predictions. I mean, everybody just like got to write this down in their notepads, doing a lot of homework.
Anyway,
yes.
But again, it's gonna be an early game for Weibo, and it's gonna be the do or die game for TTG.
That's right. Right now, diving into our game number 5 here. TTG on the blue side, Weibo on the red. So let's see what's gonna happen. Maybe some opening plays is gonna be needed here, but feeling like this team of Weibo maybe try to emphasize the top lane. Look at this, Linghan and Sumo at the top side, definitely hoping that top lane to secure that priority.
Exactly. Securing the priority and try to strengthen up on the top side of the map. They're already being really strong on the top, so they just need to, you know, maximize a little bit more. And speaking to the bottom, it might be a little bit peaceful tonight, especially when Weibo is taking out this defensive marksman, Solaris to just do the lane, and that's it. Clean up the minions, that's it.
Yeah, they have to play it conservatively at the bottom, because this Iggy is going to be constantly rotating, harass. Also, with this Mozi's second skills, it's going to be super annoying on the side of Beijing Weibo. So yeah, they have to play it safe. They have to farm safely under the turret. Hopefully for that first 4 minutes, there's not going to be any death for the Beijing Weibos, but definitely they need to remain safe and be really calm to survive this laning phase.
The harassment, the ambush from TTG.
Oh, here we go! It's gonna be Linghan getting knocked back. First blood for TTG.
I like it. I do like it. You know, catch your enemy off guard. How can Weibo figure out that since they are having the stronger power, but you are at my own jungle, how can Weibo on Earth figure it out?
That's right. Great start here for TTG. Doing a lot of ambush and doing a lot of unexpected ambush, and caught Linghan just really off guard. Linghan right now, only level 3, not getting to the level that he wanted comparing to Buran.
I like it. I do like it. Actually, I just like the deja vu for Game 4 so far, right? The opening set went so well for TTG, but this time it worked, right? It's effective.
That's right. That's going to be the reversal of fate. I mean, hopefully TTG they need to bounce back, and that's gonna be their way of doing it. You know, doing a lot of crazy stuff that's gonna be unexpected, and they're a lot more stable this game, I would say, from the beginning, judging from the beginning gameplay.
Exactly.
And you can see that replay here. Linghan, you know, got caught, and he cannot go back.
And also the synergies out there, right?
Yes. And yeah, this Zhuan is gonna be really, really nice, like mid hero to maintain that tempo. I feel like if they shift that more important position to Zhuan, it's gonna be more likely the whole team gonna stay together as a team.
True, true.
Yeah. So this Zhuan is actually doing a lot more for the team as usual. And they might go again for this blue buff, but the pattern already been spotted by Beijing.WB, so it's not gonna work twice here. Here's Linghan taking the blue buff away, so everything equalizing right now. Oh! The flash! I mean, he didn't have to use that flash, but he used it anyway. But it's okay, like he was a little bit worried that he's gonna get hit. Oh, Xingyu endangered. He has to use the ultimate to heal back the HP. But look at the constant harassment coming from TTG. It's so much pressure on the bottom lane, and they have to do something right now because Linghan is a little bit falling back behind. Only Liliana can pull this team back into the open right now.
They need to make some ambush happen because Liliana and also Dun still can hold the priority in the mid lane. They should cut that Iggy off. And again, at the bottom lane, just play it defensively and that's it. Liliana is at the back of TTG's members. As you can see, the position is really decent. And right now it's going to be initiation from Solaris. Missed the target. No worries. It seems like it's going to be the snap engagement. Here comes the Charlotte. Out of surprise. Coming in, aiming at the Little Luz. Little Luz was denied by TTG's members. It's going to be so chaotic right now on the battlefield. It's going to be a big bomb from the Iggy's ulti. Coming down extremely low. And Nakaruru coming up and overstep a bit more. But still, 2-3 trade for Weibo side.
Wow, still in the favor of Beijing.WB, balancing out the kill counts right now. Such a close call. I mean, look at that instant dive. One trade after another. I mean, the attack coming from Qingqing was really, really good. However, Beijing.WB was having those high coordination. Everyone was there at the same time, and Chaoxi was able to pick up one kill, and the other team, also, Linghan was able to kick up one kill. Zimo as well, balancing out pretty much everything already in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was really, really nice to see TTG do so now, because they are not backing off. They're always trying to gain the priority. But the thing is, speaking to the early stage again, though they got some gold lead, but that's not sufficient to make up for their power deficit in the early game. Still, they need to keep rolling and try to farm up a little bit more. And when it comes to like around 8 to 10 minutes, it might be the time for TTG to make some big thing happen.
That's right, Weibo with initialization over here. Linghan trying to make something happen, but as TTG knows that, they will want to step in as a lot of the members are trying to secure this blue buff. Here we go, the stun's gonna be good. The hit on Mozi, but nothing happened here. Weibo has to back off as this is gonna be the reset coming in from TTG. The skill is gonna be ready. Qingqing goes in, intimidation activated. But look at here, the fight back, the Mai doing a lot of damage. Linghan still surviving. Oh my god, double kill on Zimo. Shut down on Zimo, but already making the better trade. 1 for 2 in the favor of Beijing.WB.
I mean, 1-2 trade in favor of Beijing.WB indeed, because they just trade off the assassin from TTG's side. You can see everything was in control of this Nakaruru. We are a little bit worried about Nakaruru's farming pace. Will it be disrupted by Beijing.WB? And so far, so good after this team fight. So this is going to be the pivot of the game.
That's right, the pivot is working really, really well here for Beijing.WB. Trading one assassin for one jungler and one top warrior over here. Even though Qingqing's Intimidate was activated, he was facing so much damage sources coming in from multiple sources, like the warriors coming in from Weibo, the shooter, also the jungler, also the magical damage coming in from Hwadron.
But I mean, the tankiness is totally different compared these two compositions together because Linha's doing right with the blue buff and also with the little looted HP recovery. He can just stand like for such a long time in front of his team members, gain the vision security.
That's right, and still a little bit slow down here as we are moving into the Dragon Pit right now. Weibo gaining the river control, so definitely they're gonna have more better options of taking away those neutral objectives. And here, looking still for a perfect position. Lincoln in the front line, always providing the visions for Weibo, and also this Soloist already have the ultimate available, so he's ready to go any single time. Just give the call. This Soloist is gonna probably stun one of the members right here. Maybe not on Funshao. Funshao has that second ability, but if he uses that second ability to dodge the hit coming from Soloist, how are he gonna defend all the other members coming in after him?
Exactly. So, I mean, the Q for Beijing.WB to initiate that will be the ulti from Chaoxi, right? The flying arrow. And that will be the Q for Weibo. But speaking to TTG, I mean, this is actually the normal pace we already predicted before the game 5 kick off. So, for TTG, the thing is they need to slow down a bit more and just trying to farm up well, but this is the splash initiation from Zemo.
Look at that! Triple threat! Flash with the ultimate, with the skill 1-2. He used it 3 times. So much burst damage from this Zemo. Wow. One set of combo, knocking down Buran. Buran is out of the picture.
I mean, I am totally out of words right now because you can see Zemo is really being super hype, right? He's doing whatever he can and he just make a solo happen. And again, that was the core from TTG. Narkoruru, they can't stand for another loss of this Narkoruru because already you can see the goal difference has been narrowed down between the junglers.
Red team
Wow, that
has
was a
destroyed
crazy
the tower.
combo coming from Zemo. Wow, that's gonna be $1 million baby.
Yeah, again, right? We should mention about how priceless it is to play this game.
That's right, and also, you know, Zemo, he's gonna be really nice with this Mai. I mean, the way he moves around the battlefield, the way he play Mai is on a different level. I mean, those moves come at you so fast, you just have no idea what happened. Your HP just gets chipped away by the seconds.
I mean, this solo possibly can value up to 1 million.
That's
And
right.
it's gonna be the engagement. Here comes the Liliana. The DRNG was denied for TTG. Their lack of the marksman here. So Charlotte tried to break up the vibe and tried to bring the team vibe, but that's too much for Charlotte to do. This is going to be a 1-3 traded support for 2 cores, even 3 cores from TTG side.
That's right, Beijing.WB doing a really nice job. Even Chaoxi, like surviving till the last second and gaining his HP back, using those arrows and life steals. Great job on Beijing.WB, using those formations and using those flashes at the right moment to dodge all of the crucial damage. Here's
And
the arrow.
The arrow.
It's gonna be missed. It's okay. They got the Tyrant, they got what they needed, and now they're just gonna go back out and regroup.
I mean, I really want to break it down a bit more because speaking to all 5 games right now, TTG, they just give up microing the game. And they're supposed not to do that because they are sophisticated enough about this game, right? But the only thing that came up to their mind is to fight. Even though they're suffering the gold deficit, they're suffering the power deficit, but still they want to fight. But how you're gonna contest Weibo in the current stage, especially they already got 3,000 gold deficit. And for Weibo, though you can see like they keep making those engagement happen, but at the same time, one of the members definitely will clean up wave. Take this as an example, right? 4 members gathering together in the mid lane, but Liliana already cleared up the top lane, so they are trying to secure the team fight advantage and also the micro advantage at the same time.
Yeah, you can see that Liliana already waiting in a really nice position, getting the top lane cover and knowing that the micro here's jumping in. He already got the back row. Liliana getting defeated, but it's okay. Forcing TTG back and using the time to get this tower in the middle.
And that was a detail from Xinqing's Charlotte, because actually Chelsea landed his flying arrow on that Qingqing Charlotte and tried to help that Liliana a little bit more, but Qingqing used the immunity and just denied that self-control.
That's right. Look at Weibo waiting in the bush. And Fine's gonna be in trouble.
Oh!
Jumping in, flashing out. But still, there's gonna be the fight happening. Buran looking for a way to jump in, but not quite yet. Here's
Waiting
gonna
for
be
the right moment.
Zimor. Zimor goes in. Qingqing in trouble. Intimidate is gonna be out. Pull it back.
pull it
Zimor
back.
killing the pullback. Qingqing goes down. And it's gonna be the rest of the TTG team
And
running away.
here we go, Red. Just let it keep rolling for Beijing.WB.
Oh my
Everyone is
God.
just smashing on TTG's members. Only one man is standing for TTG, but check Weibo. 4 men standing there solidly because they know they're heading to the crystal. They know it's not the end of the journey in KIC. They know they will bring it back, and right now they only need to do is to take that Iki down. That will be the end. Beijing.WB with such a great momentum, sending in those minions into the base. It might be the end of the game, but Beijing.WB still trying to solidify the advantage.
Oh, wow. Crazy amount of skill coming in from Zimor. The way he maneuvers into that fight, such a fantastic, using those abilities. I mean, look at the man's goals right now. 8.9k, so much damage, almost as much go as this Solaris. You can see that, Mozu came in. Take a peek, but look at Zimor. Wandering around and maneuver back. The flash going in after Fen Zhao. Fen Zhao was pretty much chased away, and this allows Weibo and the rest of the team to do those follow-up damage. Zimor still following around the back. The heal coming in from Little Luke is going to be good. Zimor reapproach the battlefield. 1-1, doing the stun, doing the knock-up, putting TTG back into his corners, and wow, TTG definitely is in the danger zone right here. Time is gonna be running out as Weibo drop another bomb here on TTG, almost taking out Buran. Oh my! Getting the kill! What is happening? Getting the Solaris ultimate on this Buran. Buran did not see that coming for 1 second.
That is insanely incredible for Chelsea to do so. You need to predict the positioning of Nakaruru. You need to calculate the moment exactly right landed on that Nakaruru.
Xiaoxi, I mean, I feel like he's the prophet. He just sees the future.
I feel like he's playing the third perspective today.
That's right. Seeing it from our perspective.
Wow, wow, I'm out of words again.
That's right. I am speechless after that. What is going on? I feel like Buran didn't really have enough time to react because this ulti just coming at him at an angle, and once he switched position, it's a little bit too late because no vision was on this ulti by Solaris.
Wow, I'll put it into our top 5 highlights in KIC.
That's right.
So.
It has to be in the top
Incredible
top 5,
job.
for sure.
I mean, this is really visually stunning, It's really enjoyable to see this kind of scenario happen.
Wow, that really is a really nice one.
It kills.
Kind of remind me of those crucial kills that Shibicha did.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's flames.
Yeah, yeah.
Classic.
Ooh, another one. Ooh, great job. The immunity by Qingqing. But Weibo a little bit slowed down here, but it's okay. They have the dragon available.
I feel like it might be the last push because they're sending in the strongest vanguards right now into the crystal, and they know that TTG is not able to contest Weibo in current state.
Right now, the dragons are moving in. And look at the goal difference. Oh, here's gonna be the Zimor. Oh, doing a lot of damage. But
they
Qingqing.
dodged every control ability from TTG, you see, and they even forced out the damage down, and Nakaruru was denied from the battlefield. Weibo with numbers and advantage, and right now they're trying to secure this vanguard, and right now they're heading to this crystal. It's gonna be another ultimate battle, as we can see in the game.
Oh, what is going on as they take out the crystal for sure. Definitely Beijing.WB is moving on to the next battle here.
And right now we can see that Beijing.WB with such a great power, they just totally dominated this game. They are already be so well prepared to fight against Suzhou KSG in the next round.
Yeah, they did their best to defend their towers. I mean, you can see that Chin jumped in with the Intimidate to save everybody at the last second, but it wasn't enough. He has the really good positioning, but the Dragons were already there inside the base as the players are shaking their hands, showing a lot of respect to the players. I mean, great victory here today by Beijing.WB. Definitely, they're feeling in the zone.
Definitely, and I really wanna give my compliment to Beijing.WB for today's performance. Totally shine out. They are not at the same playing level, to be honest, these two teams, and Beijing.WB just being super competitive. And you know what? Speaking to the history of this team, they are one of the team who made it when they faced it 3 games deficit in the final of the KIC and made it overturn with a 4-3 against another team and grabbed the champion.
Wow, so much great records already been done by this team, Weibo, and they're gonna achieve more records as they move on into the bottom brackets. I mean, they're gonna go against, I feel like, you know, maybe
Suzhou KSG will be the next level, yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really nice to see that happening as KSG who defeated TTG. So yeah, I feel like if Beijing.WB defeated TTG, they're gonna have a really nice chance against KSG as well. So hopefully Beijing.WB can go all the way. Since their performance today was extraordinary, I'm pretty sure they have no problem to go against any other team.
And I mean, I really want to, you know, tell you guys about the history about Weibo, because we know that lower bracket is really dangerous, right? Because there's no error tolerance can be seen in this lower bracket, but Weibo was one of the team who made it from the lower bracket with 13 wins in a row, and then going into the final.
That's crazy. That's like a
back in years,
like a Cinderella story.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an underdog team coming back to the bottom bracket. I just love these kind of stories.
And Lin Hun was the jungler at that time in Weibo.
And you can see him on the screen right now. Lin Hun just, you know, getting really calmed down after the battle here. Such a fantastic battle. I'm still like spellbound by what they did in this match. I mean, from the first round to the second round, their performance was on top, on point. Coordination, teamwork, everything combined worked out so well for them.
And I mean, this is really fun to watch. I mean, today's game, I mean, this is out of our expectation, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Everyone predicted it to be like 4-3 or 3-4, but definitely we might see the battle, but no one would actually predict it as a full 1.
Yeah, I feel like definitely stability is going to be a really important factor, as Nora mentioned in the very beginning of the round 1. Now, whoever has the better stability is going to go the longer route, and who is going to have that better stable environment, definitely they're going to win a lot more games. As you can see, 4-1 today, Beijing.WB came up on top.
Exactly. And I don't even know how KSG react after they watching Weibo play in such a great style, but still I'm really looking forward to that upcoming matchup.
I feel like they're just a little bit overwhelmed as well. So wait a minute, we have to go against Beijing.WB in the next game? Like, we gotta get prepared, guys. Definitely KSG looking at this battle, thinking like, whoa, 4-1. Beijing.WB just done so well in this game, ending the game in such a fantastic manner. I mean, we see a lot of 4-2s, but we never see 4-1s, and this is the first 4-1s that's to be happening.
This is the first 4-1, and we are not talking about the group stage or like the first round, right? Due to the draw. I mean, we are already getting into day 4. Each team is being really competitive, but a 4-1. Wow, we will just dominate the whole game.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here to TTG, but hopefully, their journey for the KIC has ended. However, they still have the road to go. Hopefully next season or the other competitions, they're gonna have that will. They need to get themselves together. I mean, get their mindset together.
Stabilize their mindset.
Stabilize, definitely, for the next incoming match.
Because again, I want to say, when you are really longing to the victory, somehow it will bring you to some mistakes, right?
Yes.
The mistakes might happen when you're really in rush to achieve something.
hopefully, TTG are not gonna take it seriously, as this loss doesn't really mean a lot. Just meaning that they can't get the KIC, which also is gonna be a little bit sad because they all really want this trophy. I mean, this is gonna be a great chance to prove themselves, but right now the pressure definitely collapses on them as they lost to Beijing.WB in this bottom bracket. No extra life left, meaning they have to go home, and that's gonna be a really daunting matter in their situation. They thought they can use this chance to prove themselves maybe another time, but on the other hand, Beijing.WB does so well. I feel like their zone is gonna be so top right now. I mean, it's just gonna be uncomparable. The performance is so on point today. I feel still a little bit worried for KSG as well.
Yeah. And that just brought another topic to the table, is that KSG is a great early game playing team, right? They are team fight oriented. We mentioned it again and again. They are great fighters. And usually I would say Weibo is a slow team, but just check what they did for today. And so I'm wondering, while we witnessed such like a intensive early game fight when these two teams play against each other.
Those back-to-back fast actions. And here, no doubt, Zimo did so much for the team this game. Beijing.WB securing the MVP. Zimo is going to be the MVP using that Mai. Look at that lane goal difference. He has 1,000 more goals, or a little bit more goals than Qingqing at the top lane. The total goal, 11k. The damage dealt, 50k. Wow, what a great outcome here by Zimo. You can see in the replay, he done so much for the team.
Yeah.
Using Mai to its maximum potential.
And I mean, we would see that pivot that he made. Solo killed Nakaruru at the front lane. And that was the turning point of the whole game.
And look at that. He always stays really healthy, using the last minute to do the most damage. And here we go. This is the impressive part about this Zimo.
Yeah.
Using one flash and all the abilities in order to take down this Nakaruru.
And this is the logic, you can see like we will first take one step back, and after they see Nakaruru already waste his ultimate, right? There's no second opportunities can be seen from TTG, and that was the cue for Weibo to just push back.
That's right. Weibo knows that they don't have the reset available for them, so Weibo waited for those resets to be over, then they go in for the kill, which is going to be really strategic for MVP. So yeah, for this Zimo doing it really nicely. Yeah, that was a fantastic replay. Such a lot of classical moments. Zimo doing the most for the team. He was doing a lot of heavy lifting. He was coming in and out, doing the better trades. I still remember he traded himself for the jungler and for the top lane at the same time.
Exactly. And again, we really need to highlight it. It's not only about the stability, but also the operation for both teams is totally different, because they are really experienced with the game, with the timeline. But as you can see, Weibo, from the performance showed by Zimo, not only him, but also the whole team, they're playing with a clear mind, right? Not really being solely dedicated into the team fight, but at the same time, just microing the game, snowball it.
Definitely, they're snowing about the game. And also, we have an interview session going on. Let's go into that interview right now.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the interview session. Now we have a coach from TTG, and please say hi to the audience. 您打个招呼吧。
大家好，我是广州 TTG 的主教练 Love CDD。
Well, as we do see, the team members haven't recovered from the last game, and then would like to know what is the vibe in the team now. 就是从上一个比赛之后，好像大家的节奏并没有回来。那不知道他们的一个今天的状态是怎么样的呢？
从那个比赛的结果展现出来的话，就是因为上一场的失利，然后导致我们整个团队的心态上受到了一定的影响。我们自己的吃分体系不够自信了吧？然后想要去改变，然后去跟着其他队伍去学习一些本来我们不是很擅长的体系，最终的结果还不如坚持我们自己的原来吧。
So from the last game, the overall team member actually affected relatively negatively, and then they try to renew some of the strategies and try to look for a better result. But from today, we do see that we should actually stay the same as we are, other than learning from other teams. 那么在第二个问题就是想说，因为毕竟 TTG 在第一组出现嘛，然后一开始我们可以看到和外卡队伍打的话，毕竟他们的一个习惯和风格不太一样，那是不是这个方面也有一点点影响队伍的一个打法和习惯呢？
更多的是我们自己本身的竞技状态有所下滑吧。就是对于世冠的这个版本，我们的训练赛的这个质量来说，一直不是特别的好。然后整体上来说，就感觉到因为 LV 英雄的一个介入，对于我们整体团队的一个每个人的运营和个人上面的一些信心上都是有所下滑的。
Right, and because with the AOV heroes as well as the HOK heroes in this batch of the game, we are not that familiar with the heroes, and during the training sessions, the overall result is not as good. So we still need to be more familiar with all those heroes in this batch of the game. 那我们知道今天虽然说失去了比赛嘛，这个要退出，但是我们可以看到很多粉丝其实非常支持 TTG。那么也请您跟粉丝说两句吧。
谢谢大家的支持吧。这一次世冠确实是我们整个团队都没有做好，在这个版本里面没有领先吧，然后甚至于落后了。非常的愧对于大家，但是请大家相信，我们明年一定会杀回来的。
And the question is, I like Coach Love City to say something to the fans, and he actually say that the result is not as satisfied as we can see. However, we will work our very best for the future and try very best to win over the next year's KIC's match. 那么再次感谢教练的一个采访，这就是我们的一个采访了。And thank you very much. This is the interview sessions.
I feel like the preparation, right?
Yeah.
And I feel so sorry to see this, because it just brings me back the memory of last year's KIC. TTG didn't even make it to the knockout stage in last year's KIC, which is a huge regret and a huge pity for this team. And Love City suffered from that kind of thing. And this year, everyone just holding high expectation on this team since they got the very first champion for the team in the summer season, and everyone just being real optimistic to the team. But at the end of the year, they still didn't, grab the chance. I feel so sorry to see those players suffer from this, but I am still holding my belief in this team because we know that they can do better in the next year.
Yeah, I feel like they are doing a lot more better. I mean, through the summer qualifier, they did have the championship. Also, going to be a lot of pressure on them because a lot of teams, a lot of people expecting them to go a lot further into the KIC compared to last year's. Last year, definitely, they didn't even make it into the knockout stage. Now, they're in the knockout stage. They made it this far, so I feel like they can actually make it a little bit further. I feel like definitely a little bit stability is a little bit not stable in their team right now. Hopefully they can get that fixed. And also a lot of the games, maybe it's gonna have those easy wins, but they didn't take it away. So hopefully we're gonna go into that another match for them. Hopefully best of luck for TTG. And another interview is gonna be coming up. Let's go to Andy right now.
Right, thank you very much, Geket. I can still hear you up there. And then we have Weibo Huajuan to be with us. And then please say hi to the fans.
Hi, I'm Huajuan for Weibo.
Yeah, and congratulations to Huajuan. We actually have 3 questions. The first question is like the team felt like pretty good synergy today, and why was that? 就第一个问题是我们可以看到整个团队今天从第一局开始就打得非常的好，那么整体的团队氛围也非常好。为什么是这个样子的呢？
问题的话，其实就是因为我们上一场输了嘛，然后大家就把问题解决，然后去做更好的事情。
So obviously we lost the last game and we actually made a lot of changes and improvements, and this is the results today. And the second question is that how did you guys communicate in the team during the final stage？ 就是在最后的其实一个阶段，我们可以看到本身是可以把高地推掉的，但是回过头来拿了个双龙，然后做了一个保障。那当时其实团队是怎么沟通的呢？
沟通吗？沟通其实就是让大家别急，千万不要再犯之前的问题了。对，然后就是以保障为主嘛。对。
So in the team, we actually communicate with each other, stay calm, and then slow down, guarantee the victory, not like what they have experienced before. And the last question is that tomorrow you guys will face KSG, and what will you say to them? 就明天我们将要对战 KSG 了，那有什么想跟他们说一下的呢？
说吗？其实就是希望看看大家的实力咯，然后就是希望能在这里越打越好吧。对。
So we'd like to say to KSG how good you guys are, and then we will try our best. 那这就是我们的赛后采访了，希望明天一切顺利。And this is the after-match interview with 华卷。
拜拜。
I feel like he's
Yeah, I feel like they're ready to go against KSG. As you can see, Andy asked this question like, hey, how do you feel about KSG? Definitely after today's performance, I feel like they're totally prepared. I mean, judging from their first 2 rounds, their performance is off the chains right now.
And I want to highlight one phrase that he used a lot. That is solidifying the game, right? As we just mentioned in the game, when we're casting the game, the thing that is Weibo is holding such a clear mind when they're playing the game, always reminding themselves to not repeat the same mistake that they made in the previous matchup, which just helped them to win out TTG for today's match.
Yeah. Also, I like to go back to the recaps for today's game. Definitely, Weibo did a really nice job, learning from their mistake from their last game. And also, here's the big recap today. As you can see, one team are getting knocked out of the knockout stage as RW took the lead here, and they're gonna go against, the Chongqing Wolves in our December 26th match. Also, as you know, Beijing.WB did so well today versus TTG, gaining the 4-1, are moving on to the next stage, going against KSG.
Ooh, this is getting more and more competitive, as you can see, right? 6 teams, if I'm correct, right? 6 teams still beat here in KIC, and AG with Hero. That game will decide who's gonna take the first ticket into the final. As we can see, they're in the winners bracket. And speaking to the lowest bracket, first matchup will be Chongqing Wolves against G9RW, and then KSG against Weibo. Only 2 teams is allowed to make it to the next stage. Which will be the final of the, not the final, but much more like the semi-final of the lowest bracket.
Yeah, the semi-finals of the top bracket, which is going to be the winner bracket, already decided. It's going to be Chengdu AG versus Nanjing Hero. Whoever wins that is going to be automatically qualified to the finals. First ticket to the finals. And also the bottom bracket, we got the Wolves, RW, KSG, and Weibo fighting for their way into the semifinals, as they're going to be competing for the prize of the 27th. Hopefully that battle is going to be competing against the losers of that semifinal of AG versus Hero. So a lot of great matches coming up. Those tomorrow matchup is going to be the Wolves versus RW, and also followed by that second half is going to be KSG versus Beijing.WB.
Yeah, and I mean 2 teams will play back-to-back, which is RW and also Beijing.WB, right?
Yes.
They will play back-to-back, and I feel like I'm really into tomorrow's game right now. Wolves against RW and KS. What might be your prediction?
Wow, I feel like the Wolves. Definitely are hungry. They want that win. I mean, they're a little bit, edgy because they got the tiebreaker, lost to AG, and they lost another ultimate battle to AG. So they're out for blood right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the Wolves are angry right now. They need to get some point back. So definitely, I will give the aggressiveness to the Wolves. How about you, Nora?
I mean, like, I don't know. After I seen these teams play in such a different states, And I mean, a lot of fun thing will be seen in tomorrow's matchup, and it's going to be super competitive. At the same time, it's going to be super deciding. And don't worry, we will accompany with you guys tomorrow live from Shenzhen again.
Yes.
And I'm to discuss the Nora.
I'm today's Cassidy Get, and we'll see you tomorrow.